Hello and welcome to Crypt of the Ruby Dragon. I am Brennan Lee Mulligan Squire. It's Friday. Before we begin, we want to give a big shout out to 2 Minute Tabletop for the map assets, and thanks to Epidemic Sound for the music and ambiance. We'll be using Foundry Virtual Tabletop. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. The cast and I won't be in chat during the game, but we'll stop by at the break. If you miss an episode, I'll be putting together summaries in the full VOD on YouTube soon, once we port over the series to the new YouTube channel. I'll be putting together clip videos for those who can't make the whole show, but want to enjoy just a teeny bit of this magical elixir that we have. Without further ado, this is Crypt of the Ruby Dragon. And welcome back. Last episode, our adventurers arrived at the Forever Festival in the Hilltop District of Citadel. Nim split off with an old friend named Palmer, the elven proprietor of the menagerie. Dusk walked the grounds and found it to be consecrated, a holy place for someone or something. There were also fae about. Quickly, the party realized that not everything was normal. They began seeing things that weren't there. They began talking to people who weren't there. They could do things as though they were in a dream. A talking tiger named Paita offered to help them find the exit to the dreamscape. For what it's worth, the tiger claimed to be a pirate ship captain. Paita had pointed them over to an entrance of some kind, but the illusionary tiger did not follow them. The party entered an underground temple with a draconic shrine. Later, Alvin broke a hall of mirrors with a great shout, and everyone woke up in a web built by a phase spider about to make short work of them. Everyone managed to escape, including the spider and 2 near comatose citizens of Citadel. Back on the material plane now, the temple was housed with some cultists who became the subject of an impromptu interrogation. They learned that they served someone called the Dream Eater, and they feared its vengeance if they cooperated with the party. They were released soon after, back into the festival outside. The key to finding the secret they were charged to protect was in the hands of Paita, allegedly confined within the area. And you all have entered the barracks of the, let's call this a temple area for now, right? And we are deciding if we are going to short or long rest.
Ain't that the question?
What's everybody doing?
Dusk, you are in charge of yourself and Elvin, the squishy ones. That is not insult. This is just true. Tara is prepared to give you one of her healing potions that she still has in her bag, but Tara would advise you let her keep one just in case you do go down. Having both potions on a dead body does not seem advisable at this time. Elvin and I would be okay with short rest, but if you need one, like a long rest, I think we could make that work.
I think just a quick rest is gonna be a little safer for us, although I am almost out of spells, but I will take you up on that potion. Thank you kindly.
Absolutely. Tara, with a shaky hand, hands it over to Dusk.
Dusk definitely puts their hand over Tara's hand for just like a moment too long, and then takes it.
I love when Dusk is flirty.
Are they flirting or are they being condescending? Yes.
All right, how many beds are in this room? Or Dusk and Derek gonna have to share?
Oh no, there's only 2 beds.
Well, I think this is on my bucket list to always like get some downtime in like a draconic shrine.
It fits your aesthetic, Alvin. Not going to lie. It suits you here.
Truly it does.
And he just pulls out, he's like, well, I guess I could take a rest in too, and pulls out a spell book and starts working on a little arcane recovery as he's resting.
All right.
Okay. So we're taking the short rest, right?
Yep, we're taking the short rest.
Who's on watch?
All of us?
Tanner will volunteer first to be on watch.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Oof.
Let's say for all of you, since you're in a confined space and it's a short rest rather than a long rest. I assume no one's fallen asleep.
That's a 21.
Off to a good start. Nat 1 for 5.
17.
Okay. Tara, you hear a little bit of scratching in the distance. Kind of like claws on stone. And it's beyond the doorway where you had come from.
Beyond, like, to the outside? Or the doorway into the, like, within the confines of these walls
within
that we are in?
Within the hallway before you had entered, or the foyer, the entrance hall, is where you hear the scratching.
Interesting. Well, unless Spider has suddenly grown claws, Tara would assume that this is Tiger that is slowly sneaking up on us badly. I think we're okay to sit around a little bit more. If you guys wanted to just keep resting, I'm okay if you're okay. Let's just maybe block the door with something. And can Tara go over and like pull the desk over in front of the door?
Okay.
Dusk absolutely doesn't move when you suggest, let's move something. They're just like, yeah, sure. And just watch.
Okay. So Tara goes over and grabs the desk and hear like a just like someone moving their chair in class, just obnoxiously, as Tara goes to block the door. And as soon as the door is blocked, you hear a slight hiss.
Tara, under her breath, hello, Tiger. How are you doing? We are
And
not
at
doing
your
anything
feet, Tara, you see a cloud of greenish smoke float into the room, and I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Good. We've trapped ourselves.
Oh.
Guys. Well, Tara got a 25.
That's an 8 for Alvin.
That's a 7 for Dusk.
No.
Well,
Dusk and Alvin, as you inhale the fumes, I need you to make a nature check or an arcana check. As you take 21 points of poison damage. Tara, you take 10.
That's 18 for Alvin.
Alvin, you seem to recall that from your brief reading, poison such as this in gaseous forms comes from none other than green dragons.
Ah, this is like, maybe it's just running to a green dragon. And then in his, he kind of just collapses somewhat over, and it's like, the green robe, it does nothing. It does nothing. And he's like pulling it over his mouth, and he's like, he looks really, really worse for wear right now.
Dusk rolled a 4.
You don't recall anything relating to the gas, but Alvin did just explain.
Yep.
You're just like, this is really awful smelling.
Yeah.
Hearing Alvin kind of exclaim the green cloak does nothing, can Tara try and like stuff some blankets under the door? Like, the green cloak does nothing. Like,
Okay, so Tara starts stuffing the door in the cracks, and the gas stops pouring through, except for little wispy bits. And Tara, you snort you get a few good snorts of it, but otherwise take no more damage.
How big does this thing sound? Does it sound like and how big is the hall outside? Just curious, asking for a friend.
So the hall outside, as you recall, is about 25 feet deep and 55 feet wide. But the hallways leading elsewhere are about 5 or 10 feet wide and generally long. So.
Okay. And how big does this thing outside sound?
With a... What'd you roll on perception?
Mm-hmm.
Dusk wouldn't know. Dusk wouldn't know.
Okay.
Very difficult to make out. You haven't heard any overt footfalls or anything like that, though.
Oh, cool.
So, you can go ahead and hit your long rest buttons. You're not bothered for the rest of the hour.
Long rest?
Your short rest buttons.
Oh,
as I was. Your short rest
we should have just hit the long rest button and not said anything. I am sorry, folks.
You can use your hit dice if you need them.
Oops.
I do, thank you.
Whoa, that was just one. I did.
How much are we recovering?
6.
Jesus.
At least I'm back in the double digits now.
That's helpful. That's good. You're doing good.
Alvin healed 14.
Oh, God.
Oh, well, yeah, Alvin had 2 natural ones in his recovery tonight.
Oh, God.
Buddy!
No. Hate to see it.
God, we are rolling so well.
Even I only had, I was not missing that many hit points, and I only have 40 out of 42 right now, too. So, like, and I used 2 d10s.
that smells like cousin Randolph's like gem locker. It's still horrible.
Dusk is just gonna also go ahead and take that potion while we're waiting, since they are. I'm sorry to use it already, but
do what you got to do. I mean,
I'd rather use it now than take 10 points of damage and be down. So,
yeah. Wow.
All right, what are we doing?
Terrible slowly turn around.
Long rest?
He's feeling this is not Tiger. This is probably slightly more dangerous than Pirate Cat.
Anybody else speak Draconic?
Nope. Are you going?
If it's a green dragon, I guess I can go out and talk to it.
Alvin, do you listen to yourself for a quick moment?
In this robe, I might look like a little green baby dragon.
This thing just took the majority of your squishy person hit points, and you are going to go make nice with it? This sounds like good plan to you. Mr. Green Cloak does nothing. Okay, well...
Well, we're barricaded in here. We got to go somewhere. I can talk to it through the door.
Then I would suggest you get up on desk. Have vantage point. If there is more smoke that comes under the door, you are not hit first. There is a desk. Block it. By all means, that is okay.
Well, what do you think, Dusk?
Dusk has since laid down on one of the beds and is just like in the background.
So Alvin, following the lieutenant's advice, climbs up onto the desk and just in Draconic goes, "Hello, Green Dragon!"
No response, except
Oh,
for
thank God.
Alvin's voice bouncing off the walls within the chamber.
Maybe it doesn't speak Draconic.
Over from where Dusk is laying, there's just a little, I think that's for the best, darling.
Hey, Jake.
Yeah.
I know we've never discussed my dragon having any kind of utility, but can Tara have Penn go and just, duck his little dragon nose, trying not to lose his little tiny dragon spectacles under the door and just see if there's a dragon in sight and then come back?
Yeah, it can do
yes
that
or
if you'd
no
like it
on a
to.
Post-it.
You can do that if you'd like it to. What are you looking at me like that for?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you're about to my dragon. Like, what are you?
Oh, are we still hearing the claws or any noise at all other after Alvin's very, very convincing "Hello there"?
No, you're
Announcer
not.
voice. All right, Pen, Tara needs you to do her a favor, okay? I am going to slip this little blanket and I have smooshed under the door a little bit to the left. Can you just poke your nose out real quick, do a quick right-left like you were crossing the street, and then come back in and write either yes or no to the dragon on a Post-it that I will have in my hand. Can you do that? Pen kind of crawls out of the little packet that Tara has on her waist, yawns, and drops down to the floor and does little teeny tiny steps. You can hear the little pads of little tiny dragon feet.
Make a
as he
perception
shoves his
check.
nose. I don't add
For-
anything to this. This is just.
No, just a straight.
I was gonna say it should be just straight.
Yeah, just a D20.
That is annoyingly average. Wow. Oh, okay, I thought that was a nat 1. It's a 7.
Looks clear. Pen comes back and says, just writes down yes and big, underlines it a couple times, exclamation point.
Is realizing, Ben, that we have not had your prescription checked in your glasses for several years. Perhaps this was not a good plan. However, we have to escape at some point. And Tara would like your permission to move the desk away from the door. That noise is what triggered the dragon last time. If we hear dragon again, Tara will promptly re-put the desk in front of the door.
Question, darling. Are we leaving right now as soon as you move the desk? Or are you poking your head out?
Is there space under the desk for Alvin to crawl through and maybe get through the door without making a screeching noise?
Sure.
Well, we could try to move it, or if you want me to try to sneak out there, I could do that. And
Do not.
He reaches into his pack and he's like, I still got this powder and this explosive trap.
As long as you only put your head outside of the door, Alvin, listen to me. Your head, not your entire body. I do not want to lose you. You are this big, okay?
With that, Alvin's gonna try to quietly, he's gonna climb under the desk or get off the top of the desk, move under the desk, and then slowly push the door open.
Okay.
and it just kind of like a turtle. You just see like a little Alvin head kind of extend a little bit.
Make a stealth check.
I would like for Tara to prepare a reaction that if she hears a dragon, she is putting a hand under the table to yoink Alvin back into the room.
Alvin rolled a 4 on his stealth check.
Alvin. As Alvin was doing this, and as Tara is readying herself, Dusk has sat up and went to poke Tara with their lantern and muttered a little, and you have Vigilant Blessing, so you have advantage on your next initiative roll.
All right. So as you open the door and poke your head out, Alvin, you at first it's very quiet, and then the door hits some sort of rock that's in the way, and then you just start to hear like a and then the door stops moving just as you get your head outside the door, and you look up slowly, and you can see 2 bronze claws attached to greenish hands gripping the door, and the snout of a moderately sized green lizard with wings.
I think
Staring
it's
down at you.
here.
And we're gonna roll initiative.
I was gonna say, you see the green dragon sitting crisscross applesauce right outside the door.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, well, folks, this might be it for us.
Oh my god!
Okay, so what did hold on. I accidentally unclicked you. What did Tara roll?
20.
20? Okay. That's good. What did Dusk roll?
21.
Wow.
Wow, that's real good. What did Alvin roll?
Yeah,
It's
let the
really
cleric go
big.
first.
Alvin rolled a 7. He was like,
Okay.
oh no.
All right. Okay. All right. So,
Is it an action to like yank his feet back in?
okay. So, Dusk, you can see the claws gripping the side of the door. There's very obviously a lizard creature holding the door. What are you doing?
Great question.
Combat's begun. This is your turn.
Yes. Sighing, first of all. Second of all, so I can see the creature?
You can see the claws of the creature.
Oh.
Okay. Man, I'm just gonna Sacred Flame it. I'm tired. And I'm out of spells.
Do you need to see the creature to Sacred Flame it?
A creature that you can see within range, yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
so the claws. You're just gonna aim at the claws. That's fine. Dex save.
Yep, dex save of 14.
Oh, connects. So you see the radiant energy start to burn the claws, and it lets go of the door.
Whew.
For how much damage?
Oh yay, 8 radiant damage.
Oh, that's quite a bit. All right.
I guess Dusk is cranky.
Would Dusk like to do anything else?
Stand up from the bed.
Okay. Fair enough. Tara, what's your dex modifier?
Mine is, I believe, 2. Yes, 2.
Okay. All right. This turn order is incorrect. I'm just going to update this to 19 then. Okay. Tara, it's currently your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, Tara can't get anywhere with this desk that she has put in the way in front of the
Mhm.
door.
Correct.
So Tara's gonna have to move that. That's probably gonna take her whole action.
You're just going to flip the table?
Yes.
Okay. Well, here's what we'll do. You can roll an athletics check, and if you roll high enough, we'll call it a free action.
Okay. Buddy, that's a 13.
That's a 13. All right, so
Bonus
with
action?
one hand reaching over, you rip the table off and it flips, hitting the wall over to the side. I'm going to take half your movement for that.
Okay.
Dusk just nods appreciatively in the background.
Tara would like to bolt out the door past Alvin, assuming she can like jump over him.
Yeah, no problem. So you hop over Alvin, you have 5 more feet of movement, and you see a green dragon wormling on the other side of the door hissing at you.
Cute. Tara would very much like to grip her long sword and swing at the thing. Not at its claws, like at its neck. We're going in.
Okay.
That's an 8 to hit.
No, not fast enough as the dragon recoils back, and you strike the door with a clang instead of the dragon. Would you like to do anything else?
Just hit something your own size, you fiend. Trying to like antagonize it so it doesn't hit the squishy one. And Tara will probably step to the right a block so that if Dusk wants to come out, they can.
All right. So the dragon releases the door and flaps its wings a couple of beats and releases poison gas upon both of you. I need both of you to make con saves.
That's an 18 for Alvin.
Oh, that's good. That's good. You both made it. Would you get, Tara?
24, baby.
24? All right. As I roll, I don't have enough d6 for this, so 6.
Oh my god.
Oh, that fell off. Oh, emergency.
That's what you
6,
get for
10,
doing this to us.
And 15, so half of 15, so 7 poison damage.
Yeah.
As this dragon flaps away.
Oh, how it flaps away.
Alvin is currently
Is
your
there
turn.
no opportunity attack on a flat since it was on the ground? Well, it was on the ground, right?
Yeah, you can if you'd like use your opportunity attacks.
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Use a cantrip as an opportunity attack.
Yes.
All right.
Get it, Alvin. Get it.
Get it. I'm just gonna look up and like looking from the ground, just being like, wow. And that is an 18 to hit.
Just hits.
And that's 7 fire damage.
Okay. And what did you roll, Tara?
21.
Okay. So as it begins to, how much damage?
14.
Okay. As it begins to flap away with the combined efforts of Tara sticking the sword into the dragon and Alvin dousing it in fire, it screeches and then falls to the ground and twitches a few times before dying.
God, me too, buddy.
Ah.
Dusk tentatively pokes their head out. Y'all all right?
I don't normally say this, but I think this cloak's gonna need to go to the laundry.
Alvin, that is top of priority list. Tara is slightly worried though because Dragon was headed over towards Shrine, so perhaps that was baby of bigger dragon that is in Shrine. So Tara would suggest we do not go in there. It would have rather retreated than fight, but now there is nothing to warn whatever is in that room. So, crisis averted. Tara is smiling much like a Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic, like it's clearly fake.
Alvin's gonna go ahead.
Nope, I had nothing else to say. Go ahead.
Alvin's gonna kind of just like being on the ground right next to where it crumbled, is just gonna kind of like poke at it and look it over with a kind of scientific eye.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
That's a 17.
Okay, so you recognize this as a dragon that has the description of one that you've read about before. specifically. Uno momento, I have to consult notes here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it though.
Really green.
It's really just, beautiful scales. I should have had
Dusk's
this
just
open. There it is.
leaning
Okay.
onto their lantern, watching this, just like.
Okay. So you would recognize this, and it just occurs to you, and you're starting to put the pieces together, Alvin, that this resembles the descriptions given to a Lao bead from the text and your research that you've done, otherwise known as the Dream Eater.
The dragon itself is known like this looks like a Dream Eater.
Yes, those those that look like this fit the description of the Dream Eater.
Yeah. So, Alvin relays this information and says, I don't know if it's supposed to be bigger, although it looks pretty big to me. But this, they kept saying the Dream Eater, and like this like matches the description in this dragon book I have. And he pulls out like a pop-up book. No, it's the book. Yeah, it pops up and it's like a baby wizard's guide to dragons. He pulls open and basically describes that. But I don't know if there's a bigger one or what, but this at least matches that description.
I can only assume that there's a bigger one.
Unfortunately, baby dragons tend to grow up if they are not killed first. If we remember correctly, the shrine had one giant dragon head in the center of the semicircle at the end. Yes, there weren't like multiple dragons in there, implying that there are just multiple small ones. There was one big one. Yes, this is what you guys remember these two.
As far as I remember, my head is full of that poison, so I'm just kind of hazy right now.
Yeah, there was some kind of reptilian statue of a half dragon, and on either side a statue of a gargoyle dragon heads. Something, if I can read my hand poison.
Yes.
Yes, Elvin, I trust your memory more than I trust my own. That sounds correct. Are either of you in a position to attack a larger one of these?
Oh, absolutely not, dear.
I can attack it, but I probably won't survive.
Wonderful. Tanner does not wish to be a one-man team. This is not good for getting back to Captain. Captain would be very disappointed.
Glad to see you care.
That is all Tanner does, Dusk. What are you talking about? By show of hands. Do we think the thing at the back of the mirrored hallway perhaps could be guarded by one of the small ones or one of the big ones? If it is the latter, Tanner would suggest we leave it be.
I think we should talk to what might be our friend first. And I use that term very loosely, because maybe he can provide us a little bit more information before we blindly go into somewhere where that might have a big dragon in it.
Well, they did ask for our help. Maybe it could be an ally.
Exactly.
Or a friend of convenience. There's lots of those here, it seems like.
Instead of an acquaintance, it is an acquaintance. No, that was bad. Ignore me. Can Tara start walking towards where the tiger, the voice is?
The shrine?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Just
so
slowly.
You all are gonna make your way over to the hallway, and before you see the familiar spinning blade in the way of the hallway.
And
it's currently not spinning.
When we ducked under it before, it didn't like, right? It just stayed where it was and spun around.
That's right. When you're in the dreamscape, it only spun at one level.
Cool. Dusk is going to take their lantern and poke the ground before this thing, I think it was
And-
like a pressure plate, it seemed like, from
Right. So
Arcane.
as Dusk uses their lantern like a 10-foot pole and pushes the pressure plate in front of the spinning blade, it goes and it spins for about 5 seconds before stopping and creaking to a halt as though it has rusty gears in it. It's about waist high is where it's going to cut.
How heavy is that dragon? We could make dragon puree and throw it in and see if the bones will like clog it.
Say no
You know,
more, Alvin.
I think bones would be a great ingredient to get, so I'm all for this.
Tara's headed over to like the heroically like a knight picking up a princess after a big fight, like in both arms, and then just deposits that motherfucker right on that pressure plate. Not even a second thought.
Wait, I might want to see if there's poison inside.
Okay, so Tara shoulder carries this human-sized
Dusk
wormling
steps away.
over to the saw essentially, and afterwards the entire hallway is covered in gore, and Tara looks red now instead of green.
Oh my god.
Dusk pokes their head back out, goes over and starts to collect bits and pieces of bone and scale and whatever else might have survived.
Roll an investigation check.
Ooh, a nat 20 for 21.
Go ahead and add a dragon skull to your inventory.
The whole thing? Damn.
Yeah, it's a wormling skull, but it's a dragon skull.
Well, ain't this pretty?
It's not like a clean bone skull that goes on a shelf
no.
yet. It's still like a rotting
Yeah.
head. So okay.
Yeah, they know.
Add one rotting head to your inventory.
Ooh,
Okay.
The keychain on the belt. It's it's good. Tara
All right.
wipes as much of this gore off of her as she can.
Alvin is going because it was waist high, right?
It was as tall as Alvin's face, though, because Alvin's short.
So Alvin was thinking, like, if he can crawl under it and then see if he can find, and then search to see if he can find if there's a way to disarm a mechanism that, or if it's a plate or anything like that.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check.
Oh, it's a 7.
Okay, so Alvin, make a dexterity saving throw.
Alvin, you should have let me throw you.
Oh no, that's a natural 1 for a 3.
Is this how it ends?
Alvin,
I thought I was
no!
underneath it.
It's okay. I've
Give
got
yourself a
one
hand
healing
or
spell.
something.
I have one healing spell and save the dying. It's okay.
I thought I was underneath it. That's why I was going. It was under my head. Apparently, I
geez.
didn't do this well.
Okay.
Oh god.
As Alvin climbs underneath the very obvious trap and the pressure plate goes down, Alvin's cloak and clothing gets caught in it and ripped off his body. So now Alvin is on the other side in his underpants, as there's a robe and some other stuff everywhere, and it's also ripped up your backpack, so all of your belongings are now strewn around the hallway.
Oh no. Well, I guess we all know each other a little better now. The water's great.
Oh no.
Oh, sure.
Alvin-
And there's dragon guts everywhere. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Alvin's gonna just dragon guts and just body paint and be like, I'm gonna be the scariest rock gnome on the block.
You're damn
Uh,
right.
Make an
Alvin, you're-
investigation check to grab your stuff, Alvin,
All
around the
right.
hall.
Can I assist on the other side
Yeah,
if there's
that's fine.
anything cool? So
Elvin, we are going to have to outfit you in something new before you go in front of the captain after all of this is over, because this is extremely unprofessional.
I don't know. I think maybe that I should just do all my magic in my tiny whities. My Walter Whitey tidies.
Oh.
And Alvin rolled a 19 on his investigational.
Okay. Yeah, so you find most of your stuff. It's mostly just your clothing that got torn up.
It's like, oh, well, sorry you had to see me this way. It probably won't be the last time.
Dusk like briefly goes through their things, like, oh, I think I have it. No. Sorry, hun.
Alvin actually in his inventory. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Yeah, he has some common clothes. So he has common clothes social wear.
This happens often. I see.
I always carry a spare. And so he puts on some little, instead of a robe, Alvin suddenly has on like a little gnome tunic and breeches.
Yeah.
So it's like a little like beige breeches and a white tunic that's kind of V-necked and open chest with like a leather thong to tie up, but it's kind of open because he's like, I can be like Tara now.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you survived that.
Me too.
Could have been bad.
I think I need to get better at finding traps.
I think the gods took pity on us, and I think we should take that as a sign.
Dusk, Tara knows how she will get over the trap. How are you planning on getting over the trap?
I'm assuming the same way we did in the dreamscape, where I just duck under it.
It's waist high on
You
Tara?
can. You can do that. You'd be like low crawling though. So Alvin just got unlucky and like bumped his head and got a little bit of his cloak caught in it, and it was like a
Don't
blender.
roll a natural one.
Yeah.
Even if you're gnome size.
God, the way you laughed right there sounded exactly like the start to the Spice Girls song, Wannabe, I think. I don't know, sorry. You just laughed there and it just like launched the song into my head and I was just like, damn. Anyways.
It's Alvin's stripper song now.
Oh,
boy. Stripping to the Spice Girls, huh?
Alvin takes what he can get.
Alvin!
What are we doing?
Well, Dusk, you can do that. Tara has another plan. Jake.
Yeah.
Tara would like to back up, get a running start, and then using the top of the blades, I'm assuming, are like a pinwheel with a flat top.
Mm-hmm.
Can Tara running jump, step on it to use it as like a, like jump, step, over kind of a thing, avoiding
Make
both
an athletics
pressure
check.
plates.
Make an athletics check.
Okay. That might have been. Oh, that's only a 14.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Tara's pretty athletic, so Tara gets a running start and then hops up, and just like they're skipping stones on the river, makes their way across.
All right. Dusk is going to duck underneath it carefully.
Okay.
Dusk,
Again.
toss me.
Roll a stealth or sleight of hand check for me.
Please toss me your lantern so it does not get squished.
Shoot you a dirty look. I'm sorry, what am I rolling?
A sleight of hand or a stealth check.
All right, both of them are +3, so
Okay.
I got a 10.
So you get by no problem. There, you feel the cool breeze against the top of your hat, though,
Probably would have been
as
better
the blade spins.
if they handed the lantern over, but they are stubborn.
Right. So you all have made it across the spinning blade, and now you are in a hallway that leads to your left and goes for approximately 40 feet before it leads into like where you remember in the dream was the base area, the lower level, and then leads the stairs upward to where the actual shrine is.
And in this hallway, there was another trap. It was like arrows or something, right? That we
I
saw?
believe so. Yeah.
Sorry, I was asking our DM, our kind and
Oh.
benevolent DM,
I'm not gonna
out of
remind you.
character. Okay,
That's what I remember.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Cool.
Would you like to investigate what you see right now?
Yeah, not stepping any closer, but
Okay.
just
So you can make a perception check or an investigation check. You can do that as, a group, and I'll take the average.
20.
27, not 20.
Okay.
Why don't we get these rolls when we need them?
I think you do need it here. So
That's
every
fair.
10 feet, you see slits in the ground, and also traveling along the almost like a door frame. Every 10 feet are thin slits in the ground
Okay, in the
in
ground.
the stonework. Yeah.
Does it look like there is a path around them, or does it cover the entire width?
Yeah.
It covers the entire width. It's in the ceiling, it's in the walls, it's in the floor. So it's like basically like passing through a door frame every 10 feet, and there's a small gap between each space.
That basically goes from floor to ceiling up the walls. Okay.
There's got to be a big
So
chunk
it looks
of
like
rubble.
a big blade.
Like a big chunk of rubble somewhere that Tara can see that she can grab.
Dusk hands over a chunk of dragon.
Okay.
Oh my! Imagine rolling the whole dragon's skull. Just
Oh, no, 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 no,
sound
no,
the
no.
thing.
No, I'm keeping that, darling.
Oh, it's just a chunk of like flesh.
I think there's some bone in there too.
Oh, okay. So Tara literally goes Dragon Ball Z. The ball of dragon.
Wow. We did that, huh? Okay.
Yeah, we did that. I
So
did
go ahead.
that. You had to
So-
endure it.
What are you doing with it? You're just rolling
Just
it?
rolling it, trying to like bowling ball that sucker down the center of the, just to see what these slits in the floor are about.
Make an athletics check.
Tara does the classic like 3-step, putting your
Mhm.
hand back and then release, trying to aim at the arrow in the middle of the bowling alley.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 11.
So it rolls, bounces, hits a couple of stones, and you hear a click before you see a rolling saw blade and cut the chunk straight in half with a splash of blood.
How high up is the saw blade? Like how far up does it come?
It circles the ceiling down to the side, down to the floor, up to the side, and then back up to the ceiling.
Did we see where it got activated? Was it as it crossed that point, or was it like just before? Was there a pressure plate before or on it?
Before.
Okay. Well, ain't that classic?
Hey, so does this look like a mechanical device?
Yes.
Oh, Alvin. Hold on.
Oh, buddy, he's got a plan. Oh, buddy, he's got a plan. Little man with a little
Before
plan.
you do anything, please. They're going to pat Alvin on the head and give you guidance. So you have a D4 to add to whatever check you make.
It's dangerous to go with this.
Alvin wants to, seeing where the pressure plate or whatever triggered it is, to kind of move slowly, quietly up to it to try to avoid seeing it.
Yeah.
And this is, I guess, my question is, in trying to figure out what it is, would he, like, can he do it? Would it be something where he could do a check to kind of figure out? Could he do a check to try to figure out how it works to then help him if he tries to disarm it or disable it?
Yes.
I don't. Essentially, I know with Artificer's lore, you can add twice your proficiency bonus to history checks related to magic items, alchemical objects, or technological devices. I don't know if that would count or not, though.
I'm gonna say yes, it does. So go ahead and roll on that.
Okay, so that would be twice my proficiency bonus, which is what, plus 2 to that. So that would be a 24 total.
Okay, so you are pretty familiar with this sort of device, and you've seen this often around Rock Below because of the amount of ruins that are connected to the society that you come from. And a lot of these pressure plates are drilled into the ground and then connected with basic mechanics with cogs involved, where once you press the plate, it'll basically act like a string or a lever that releases something, and then the natural momentum will release whatever the trap is and bring it back. And that's how normally that they are designed.
It swings. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, so it's the natural momentum. There wouldn't be a way to jam something in there then to make it freeze once it had been trapped. Oh well. Back to the book.
Does Alvin relay this to the party?
Yes. Alvin's like, okay, it's an actual like cog device. And there's how many of these slits along the way? Okay.
3.
Would Alvin be able to potentially try to disable it without putting himself, without like, he likes magic and they're at the circus, but doesn't really want to do the sawed in half trick if possible?
I'm drawing the slits on the VGT, by the way.
Oh.
Now you can see where the slits are. Yeah.
That's really nice. Look at that.
Well, I'm just trying my best over here, I'm sorry, I missed your question because I was drawing and I focused on like my kindergarten days.
Is there a way, like, if he sees the pressure plate and he's on this side of it, is there a way that he can try to maybe disarm it? Actually, wait a second. Alvin is going. Are there any heavy rocks or anything?
Not on this side. You see
Does
some rubble on the other side.
Does anybody have anything heavy that he can just leave on it? So it's like to see if it triggers and then is disabled because it's permanently triggered.
I've got a spare shield and mace that I don't use.
Alvin's going to experiment and like say, "Can I borrow that?" And then like just grab it, and he like almost falls into it. And you're like, "Oh, these are heavy. How do you carry these?" And then he's gonna from back drop the mace and then leave it to see if it leaves it trapped or triggered.
Okay, so as the mace clatters down, it depresses the plate and the rolling saw blade, and then because the plate is still depressed, it swings back and then rests at the bottom against the ground like this. The plate is still depressed with the mace on top of it, but it is no longer spinning.
Is it a size that we can just kind of step over?
Yes, but
It's about half your weight height. It's about waist high as it is right now. So maybe 3.5 feet, 3.5 feet tall.
Ooh, okay.
It'd be dangerous. You can do it if you jump.
Dusk takes their lantern and just kind of pushes it aside.
The mace?
No, not the mace. The saw blade just like moves it aside so that we could just squeeze past.
Are you gonna hold are you trying to hold it there?
If it's like manageable.
So as you try to push it with your staff, you find that the blade is very heavy. So I need you to make an athletics check.
Oh, I am so good at this.
Oh God.
Natural 20 for a 20.
Oh,
what? You're never gonna see this. You're never gonna see this from me again.
Oh man. Oh, it's you guys are like heckin' screwed. You guys are heckin' screwed later when you need these good rolls. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dusk with the lantern shoves and with a little bit of strain is able to hold the saw blade, but it's very obviously heavy and won't be held for a long period of time.
Get.
So we're traveling to the other side. What are we doing, party?
go.
Alvin's gonna dash, but knowing there's probably another one behind it, remembering that from the dream.
Wait a second. Are there things on the walls too?
It's a circular.
It's a
groove
circular
all
groove.
the way around.
Okay. Sweet.
Dust's arms are shaking.
Is Tara crossing?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Tara
Dust.
crosses, and Dusk. As Tara crosses, you feel a little bit of a furry brush against your cheek,
Oh, yeah?
and you feel a little bit of a wind as someone passing very close to you. Make a perception check.
Mm, 8.
What are you doing?
If it helps, my passive is 14. So it's making its way back behind us.
You felt
way
it
we
against
came?
your cheek.
Okay. They're just gonna pause for a second and then just make their way to the other side to join their teammates so that they can stop straining their arms and think for a second.
Who's moving? Are you going to bump Tara out of the way, or Alvin out of the way, or are you going to
Oh
get
shit,
past
that's
them?
right.
You guys
Well-
are in pretty tight quarters here.
We would be able to be on the pressure plate without being in the way of the saw, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm not going to push anybody there. That's going to be mean.
Alvin will move up.
Okay. So as soon as Alvin steps up, the pressure plate sinks, and the saw blade swings around and locks in the top position once again.
That's what
Alvin's like, let me try something. What's the blade made of?
It looks like steel.
Oh crap. Okay.
You were gonna stone to something, weren't you?
I was gonna try to metal the wood.
Oh no.
Yeah. So as you all step into this little narrow space next to this pressure plate and this groove once again, Tara, you feel a little bit of heat directly above you.
Tara looks up.
Dusk is
Nothing's
also
there.
looking around.
Nothing is there that you see anyway.
Not wasting my spell on this. I'm not wasting a second level spell on this. You can't make me, Jake.
What are we doing?
Tara would like to kind of take her sword and like sweep the ceiling.
So as you sweep the ceiling, you come back
Slowly.
with a few cobwebs, and then as you get your sword about to the 2 or 3 o'clock position, I guess okay, you're a Gen Z, aren't you? So as you get
Wait.
your sword to about like that position,
That means
you see apparate and appear above you your friend the phase spider staring down at you. So I need you all to roll initiative.
oh no. I'm
Oh man.
Oh
so sorry.
no, that's all right. I've got an idea.
Oh.
It's on the ceiling, right?
It's on the ceiling, correct?
Ah, no.
Just hope the spider rolled really, really bad.
All right. So what did Dusk roll?
20.
Nice. Okay. And
Yeah,
what did
I love when the cleric goes first.
and what did Tara roll?
8.
And what did Alvin roll?
105. I mean 5.
Ah!
Okay, Tusk.
Progressively worse.
Currently your turn. The mace is still holding the saw blade with the depressed pressure plate behind you in the locked position up to waist height. The saw blade in front of you, further down the hall, is already reset, and the pressure plate is no longer being stepped on by Alvin.
Okay, that was my question. All right.
Yeah.
They are going to try and specifically aim their sacred flame towards its butt to try and kind of corral it towards the still working saw blade. Can I get a dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
DC 14.
I made the spider smaller in the VTT because it was taking up too much space and I couldn't see anything. It is not actually smaller. It didn't
gonna fall right on me.
The face spider makes the dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Does it at least
around.
Does it seem spooked by it at least? Does it want to scurry
It skittered a
towards-
little bit with its little eight legs, but that's it. That's the best you get.
All right. You know what? I'll take whatever the fuck I can get right now.
Okay.
That's their turn.
Okay. All right. So the spider is going to skitter down and reach over to bite Terra for a 22 to hit.
Jake, you don't even have to ask. Just hit me.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Well, it's been nice knowing everybody. That's an 11.
Oh, you made it. That's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Low Constitution DCs from both the Dragon Wormling and the Face Spider. So good job. All right. I'm
Nice.
still rolling damage though. Okay. So 7 piercing damage and 7 poison damage as the fangs sneak. They pierce your skin and then you feel it course through your veins and it burns you. And you are... Nope. None of that happens because you did not go down to 0.
Tara would very much like to parry one of those and take somewhat less damage, hopefully.
You can parry the piercing damage for 7 total if you'd like.
Okay. So that's... I don't take 5 of that. That's okay.
Okay. All right. After the spider bites you, it vanishes.
Of course it does, that stupid motherfucker.
Tara, it is currently your turn. What would you like to do?
The blade in front of us isn't moving.
Correct. It is currently in the ceiling. Reset.
All right.
To make it across the gap, you're going to have to make like a dexterity saving throw to make sure you don't hit the pressure plate. Unless you're doing something to specifically hit the pressure plate, in which case you might have some more options if you want to be creative.
Yeah. I don't have anything to... Is there anything that Tara could pick up? Like a chunk of wall or like a rock or something?
There is some rubble about 30 feet in front of you at the end of the hall, but nowhere nearby.
There's me.
Dusk has that shield that isn't being used that they offered up earlier.
That's great. Tara's just going to hold an action until Dusk's turn. Or was it a free action to ask Dusk for the shield?
Yeah, that'd be a free action if you want to hand it off.
Okay.
Here you go, darling.
Tara just... Thank you. Can Dusk hand Tara the shield right now?
Oh.
Or would that have to wait till their turn?
From Dusk to Tara?
Asking.
No. No, it has to be
so.
during their turn, yeah.
Okay. Then can Tara just prepare to like grab it on Dusk's turn so Dusk
sure.
doesn't... Okay. That's what Tara would like to do.
Okay. And no more held actions?
No.
Okay. All right. Alvin, currently your turn.
Alvin is going to step on the plate.
Okay. The blade swings through. And then are you moving after you?
Do I hear anything related to that? Does that cause any kind of scurrying anywhere with this sudden movement that went 360 degrees around the ceiling?
I will give you a free perception check here.
That's a 13.
So you heard some scurrying overhead as it moved further down the hall toward the shrine.
I am going to relay that I think it moved further down the hall towards the shrine, and with that, move back to let it slide back into place, and then blindly just like, I don't know if this will work, but he just fuego and shoots towards the ceiling further down. So I don't know if that's like a attack with disadvantage or what.
Sure, go ahead and roll.
With this, crap, that's a 9.
So your fire connects with the ceiling and scorches it, but it doesn't connect with anything that you are aware of.
Well, I at least heard it move further down, I think. And that'll end Alvin's turn.
Dusk, currently your turn. What are you doing?
Handing the shield over, is that a bonus action? Free action?
We'll call it a free action.
Okay, cool. And then they are going to hold another sacred flame, all reliable, until they see the phase spider.
Okay. All right.
But
so, you see, appearing directly in front of Tara, clinging to the right side of the hallway, the spider appears and lunges at Tara. And you can use your held action if you'd like.
I would like. So I need a dexterity saving throw, please.
Doesn't make it.
Come on. 3 whole radiant damage. I'll take what I can get.
So you see the flesh of the spider under the thorax start to radiate with some energy as it reaches forward to snap its very large jaws for a 17 to hit Tara.
No, actually.
It scrapes against your armor and then skitters back.
Now, question, Jake. Because you said that you shrunk the token, is it currently over one of the saw blade areas?
Not anymore.
Okay.
It's on the other side of the third divot. What did I call that? The hole in the wall.
You called it a
frame.
slit.
The slit around the entire
The dive
wall.
bar. It's a hole in the wall.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Tara, it's currently your turn. What would you like to do?
So 2 out of the 3 pressure plates are currently activated, and there's only 1 left that's not.
So the pressure plate directly next to you is not activated. It reset after Alvin moved.
Oh. Okay. Well, can Tara step on it then?
Yes. So as soon as Tara steps on it, and it resets at the top if Tara is going to release it.
Yes.
Okay.
I think. This confuses me so much for some reason.
So the blade swung down as you stepped on it, and it reset and clicked back into place at the very top because you've released the lever.
So that's my...
The lever releases it.
Cool. Then Tara would like to step through and can Tara hit the spider, like getting
You'd like to step through after only stepping briefly on the plate?
Oh, like Tara's like on the plate, right? Or
yes,
is it like
if you're trying to step through, you're going to release the plate
as it
as the blade moves. If you stand on the plate or you put something on the plate, the top will not hold it when it resets, and then it'll stop through momentum at the bottom, just like the first blade is currently.
Okay.
So when you keep weight on it, if you move, it's going to release and slice. If you keep weight on it,
I feel so stupid right now.
No.
I was picturing it totally differently in my head. Don't ask me how. Tara grabbed Dusk's shield last time, so if she leaves it on the pressure plate, she can step through. Supposedly.
So are you gonna do it?
If you leave it on the pressure plate, it's going to do what we did with the mace, and it is going to make it stay at the bottom.
Okay, well, Tara's so confused right now. First of all, Tara's gonna second win real quick to regain some HP because that's
Okay.
only a bonus action.
Okay.
That's 8. Can Tara
Cool.
just like shoot a crossbow bolt at this thing because she doesn't trust herself to not get sawed in half?
Okay.
Honest
Yeah,
to God,
great.
I don't know what I'm
But roll
doing.
for it. Let's do it.
It's 13 to hit. Does that hit?
That barely hits. So your crossbow bolt just pierces the side of the spider as it tries to skitter away.
Cool. Well, that's 3 damage because I rolled not 1.
3 whole damage
Yeah,
applied to the spider as you see a little bit of purplish liquid applied to it. And I'm being blinded
Yes.
by the sun right now because my lighting's all jacked up this time. All right, so
Beautiful.
Oh, no.
Alvin.
And Tara, if you want, you can add that shield as actual armor. Just saying.
My understanding is that with the bright light, that the face spider has disadvantage now.
1 second.
Oh my God, Jake!
Oh,
Wow.
that would kill me like on the spot. I would just get a fucking migraine right then and there.
Oh,
Jake.
that's not much better.
Oh,
Wow.
Jake.
This is terrible.
I
Like,
was just
I
I don't know whose idea this was. All right.
Close
So what are
the
you doing, Alvin?
blinds.
Wow.
I did. That's
sees the
closed blinds
spider.
right there.
That's closed?
Yeah, that's closed. Anyway.
Oh my God, dude.
Alvin sees the spider and just starts weaving his hand around, and then you just hear the words "Darlo," and he casts magic missile.
Okay.
And the 3 darts come in for a total of 9 damage, force damage.
Okay. Did you add the modifier?
Modifier.
Yeah, you should have a +1 to each one damage.
Oh, yeah, I rolled a 2.
Did it?
plus
Okay.
1. Yep.
All right, cool. All right. So the missiles impact with the spider and burns up its flesh, and you hear a spider screech. Would you like to move?
As far, his movement, he's not, but he is considering if the spider comes up. Can you hold movement? It wants to hold and push. If it comes back over where it was before to attack Tara or Dust, Alvin wants to kind of like push Tara out of the way so the blade will slide back up and slice it.
That would be an action shove.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. I wouldn't want to force that action on anybody. Okay. Well, then Alvin is going to stay where they are.
Okay. Dust, currently your turn. What would you like to do?
Quick question.
Yep.
How hurt specifically is Alvin looking at this moment?
Alvin looks like he's at 10 out of 24 hit points.
Okay. Thank you for answering with a number. I really do appreciate that.
No, I
genuinely.
figured that. I was like, Alvin looks like a little worse for wear, but still is not as bad as he did after he inhaled that noxious green gas.
Okay. Well, I think this is going to be just a good point to finally burn my last spell because Dusk is just concerned at this point. Just a little worried. So they're just going to pat Alvin on the head, hold up their crystal ball. My God, my fucking God. Whisper and carry Pamamon. And you are going to heal back 13 HP.
Oof.
Okay.
Oh my God, that felt incredible. Thank you.
That's all you get.
Oh.
Okay. And would you like to move?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. You all see as the spider in front of you vanishes. And behind you, Dusk.
Of course it does. Of course.
Nothing happens.
That's cool.
But you do feel a little bit of wind as something passes you by.
I think
Tara.
it went behind me.
Okay. Tara's first of all gonna step off of this damn plate, right? That she doesn't understand. She's gonna she has a reaction where she can brace if a creature moves into the space of her weapon. So that'd be effectively 5 feet of melee. She can attack it. So like that's what she's gonna do. If not, it'll just be a no. That's what she's gonna do. I take back the part 2 of that statement.
What are you doing?
Tara is holding a very specific action that uses a thing of hers. That's all. Ignore me. I'm not on my game tonight.
Alvin. Well, I feel like I might have brain broke everybody 2 sessions in a row, but that's okay. That's okay.
Recovering.
Alvin, currently your turn. What are you doing?
Alvin is going to, having heard Dusk mention that it might have flung back, is going to kind of move catty corner. And then, or it actually, first thing that Alvin's going to do is just like, and then after he does that, which hopefully doesn't count as his action, he's just going to blindly shoot again against an enemy he can't see, just going, all right, fuego! And he's going to fire a firebolt back in the direction that they think the creature's at.
Okay.
So I guess he should roll with disadvantage. That's a 15 to hit.
So you see as the fire scorches the wall and leaves a mark.
Okay. So it's like, and then he's going to move catty corner between the two of them. Okay.
Dusk, currently your turn. What are you doing?
Dusk's gonna hold a sacred flame until they see this thing, and also can they hear if it has gone any further down? Is it running away again?
Make a perception check. I'll give you a free one.
You're so sweet.
I want to
Thank
knock
you.
it into that blender.
15.
So, because of your unique properties and your lineage, you know that the creature is in the ethereal plane, and that's what you're feeling. You're not feeling a creature that is hidden and unseen. You're feeling a creature that is not there in the material plane.
Mm-hmm.
But because you are a tiefling, you know these things. Like, you know what it feels like.
Okay, cool.
Similar feeling to a ghost.
Neat. Cool. Then yeah, they're just going to hold their attack until they see it.
Okay. And see it you do as it appears directly behind you, clinging to the ceiling, and it leans down to chomp your head off. Go ahead and release that sacred flame, I guess.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for letting me do that.
Doesn't make it.
Not their head off.
All right.
What's the damage here?
Damage is gonna 2.
Okay, so as your hands radiate light into its mouth, it reaches down to crunch onto you for a deadly hit. You need to make a Constitution saving throw. What'd you make?
9.
Oh, buddy.
Well,
Dusk, as the spider fangs sink into you, you all see as the radiant light within the spider's mouth slowly dies out as the spider latches on to Dusk. And then Dusk becomes incapacitated and is dragged down the hall limply.
I'm just assuming they're unconscious.
You are
The
unconscious.
damage, yep. Cool.
Hmm.
Every session.
Tara, currently your turn. What would you like to do? Also, of note, you are... Okay, I'll just tell you later, Dusk.
Cool.
Oh no.
You are now a face spider.
There's now
a
two
very
slots
unique
in your chest.
characteristic in Jake's character. We get to live in the cocoon.
Tara has to go through a thing to get to Dusk, right? Like backwards
There's
through
the saw, the one that's in the ground, but
Yeah.
you would probably be able to just hop over it.
I think
Yeah.
the pressure plate's on the other side, so it wouldn't
Correct.
trigger until you actually crossed it.
There's a mace on the pressure plate right here.
Yeah.
There's a mace holding that pressure plate down. Therefore, the saw is on the ground
Yeah.
right here. You can hop over the blade if you'd like. You're going to have to make a dexterity saving throw to not knock the mace or reactivate the trap.
Yeah, that's fine. Tara
Okay.
can't let Dusk be dragged into
Okay.
wherever this thing's taking it.
Be a hero. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
No. Oh my god, that's only a 9. That's only a 9.
I know. Oh, we're rolling so good tonight.
So, Tara,
He's gonna
you...
run and smack into a door.
you make it over the saw blade, but you misjudge how high it is, and you scrape your belly and underneath along your hip along the way, and you take 6 slashing damage before you land on the other side. You have 20 more feet of movement.
All right. Okay, can Tara run forward? This thing's within 20 feet of her.
Yes.
Can Tara safely slash at it without hitting
Yes.
Dusk?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
big spider. It's got dusk it's got dusk in its jaws, but you have a whole big old body, whole big old thorax.
Okay.
Smack that thorax.
Smack
that
ass like a
thorax.
drum.
Right, consent first if you're gonna do that. All right, you attacking it, or what are we doing?
Yes, Tara would like to smack that
Okay.
ass like a drum with the pointy side of her
Consent
sword.
first, please. You just completely peeked out because you screeched. You just and no one heard what you said. No, we can't hear you.
I think you blew out your mic.
You
Oh my
blew out your
God.
mic.
It's
No, I
like
didn't.
only,
Yeah, there you are.
only,
Okay, we can hear you.
only the dogs watching heard you.
Can you hear me again?
All right.
Can you hear me
What'd
again?
What'd you
Okay.
roll? Yeah.
A nat 20.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Good job.
Woof.
Roll that damage.
I'm just doubling dice. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it automatically
Okay.
rolls for you. I think.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. You just click the roll damages button. What are you new at this?
Oh. Sorry.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Jeez. 14.
What? I hate that. Is that what it is?
Oh, you
Yes.
rolled a 10 and an 8, so I'm not gonna. Okay. So, how would you like to kill that spider?
Tara aimed for the butt, so Tara would like to cut off the butt so it just bleeds out from the end that isn't holding Dusk.
Why is it gotta be weird like that? Okay.
Carve it
So
up with ham.
Tara, you find a small piece or a small entry through this in between the plates. You pry through it with the longsword, and as you cut, you hear the creature screech and like rear back, and then start to scramble along the wall, dropping Dusk to the ground as it bleeds out.
Yes, this was strategic so that Dusk would not awaken in a pool of blood.
There's a lot of blood building. You're gonna have to move Dusk.
I'll be
So
fine.
it's pooling out now. So with that, we're gonna go to break.
Whoa.
We'll be back in 10. And welcome back. Okay, what's the party doing now that Dusk is incapacitated?
Tara would like to give Dusk the other healing potion that she has, please.
Okay. So,
And this is
that
why we
looks-
split the potions.
that looks like nonverbal consent, so I'll allow it. Okay. Okay. Let's roll the healing, not the damage, the healing.
Wait, is it 2d4?
It's 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, I thought 8.
Okay, I will fucking take it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You come back to life, Dusk,
Mhm.
and you breathe, but you find that you're immobile.
Cool.
No.
We could use dust as the trigger mechanism.
Oh my god.
Can they speak or are they just
No.
cool?
Huh? Wait. Oh
The-
no.
Are they okay?
Make an investigation check or a medicine check. Let's go with medicine.
Wow.
I'm gonna assume Alvin made his way across the saw blade.
Oh, I can. If I can make a medicine check if you.
Yep.
That's an 11.
So you recognize this as paralysis, usually caused by poison,
Oh,
probably by the face spider.
I think they'll be okay, but Dust definitely looks more stoic than they normally do.
Has it been recent enough for Tara to try and help, like, I don't know where Dusk was bitten, but, like, suck out the poison like they do in the movies?
Oh, you're gonna suck Dusk? Damn. All right.
Gonna require. All right, so if this is an X card moment, just go ahead and hit me in the DMs real quick.
I don't know where Dusk was bitten. That's why I asked.
Around
I'm all for
around
it. Please.
around the collarbone and neck.
Oh my.
So
Dusk is stoic, but they have this wry smile on their face, and
Well, I can't take it back now.
all right,
Like,
so
I'm so
as
sad.
you lean over and
no backseats.
no take backsies.
As I lean over and
as-
Strahd, Dusk's neck.
And like just first of all, the fang marks on Dusk are pretty large and only partially closed by the regenerative energy liquid of the healing potions. And as you get a little bit closer, like there's this waft of like acrid scent coming from it that's not natural. Are you gonna try and suck out the poison?
I feel like this is a bad idea, but I really
I'm
want
just
to.
describing it like it is.
I
You
don't
can
know.
do whatever you
I
want.
don't know if I can carry you both.
Alvin's been carrying the team this entire time. It's okay.
I mean, what do we have to lose at this point? We have a whole probably other how many combats to do, and I don't know if we have time for another rest right now. And-
Tara, yes or no? Are we
Yes.
sucking out the? Make a
Are you sucking
constitution.
Dusk? Yes or no?
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Barrage. That's a 17.
Okay. All right.
Pretty
So,
good suck then.
Bag.
Dusk, you feel your strength return and your eyelids flutter, and you start to feel a tingling in your limbs.
Next
the-
one, Tara was.
And in this case, Tara, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt on the medicine check that you didn't do, and tell you that you probably don't want to keep that in your mouth for very long.
Tara sits up and
Don't do
it.
Yours.
Don't do it.
spits it out of her mouth and wipes her mouth off and looks dead at Alvin. He goes, Tara was taught to spit, not swallow.
Told you not to do it. I told you not to. I told you not to. Oh, okay. All right.
I'm
All
sorry.
right.
I'm just gonna say that was impressive.
Just over. I'm rolling damage dice right now. Because with speed, like, this is unsatisfactory. Okay. All right.
Oh God.
Yeah, the paralysis list from you, Dusk, as Tara's impromptu and very strange method of medicine.
Poison extraction.
Yeah.
Can Dusk looks like better at least a little bit?
Dusk can start to move, and it's going to take a little while to get full motion, but it'll be.
Alvin hands Dusk one of Nim's cigarettes he found stashed in his.
It's like a crush and like half. They just shakily take it and just like.
Tara is gonna put a hand on Dusk's shoulder and just go, there is a reason Tara does not play doctor often. My apologies.
Oh, darling, you have nothing to apologize for.
Can Tara stand up and help Dusk to their feet, please?
That's up to Dusk.
Like that, like up to
Yes.
No,
This is so
I'm just
funny.
the DM. You can do whatever you want in this carefully crafted, very serious world that I've made for you. I've personally crafted with my own hands. Okay.
Sucking
Yeah.
someone off is very serious, okay?
Oh my
All
God.
All right.
So you help them to their feet.
Mhm.
They adjust their hat.
Mhm.
Make sure their belongings are still fine. Pat down
Yeah.
their lantern.
Okay, you all are in the hallway. The mace is still depressing the lever in front of you about 10 feet off where the first spinning blade was. What are you doing?
Well, we gonna press on? At least now we don't have to worry about, unless there's more, but at least we don't have to worry about that one. They're just leaning on their lantern, clearly still pretty weak and just maybe a little loopy from the poison, but it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I guess Alvin is Alvin able to get like any remnants from his cloak to kind of put over the saw blade to make it a little safer to climb over?
Yeah, but it's still a saw blade. So I don't know how much good that's going to do. I'll reduce the DC by 1. That's what I'll do for you.
That's still not very good.
Elvin, you're the only one that can successfully lift over the saw blade. You should be least of your worries.
Okay. And allows like Tara to do.
Alvin makes it across, no problem.
Little scoop and toss. Tara hangs her head and turns around and looks up at Dusk. All right, buddy. You're putting a lot of weight on that lantern of yours. How are we going to get you over this? A leap and bound does not seem like it is currently in the cards for you.
I don't see it in my future anytime soon.
Just real quick, can Tara try and snap the blade? I know it's heavy, but like, oh, it's steel, isn't
Make
it?
an athletics check. It's gonna have to be high. This is a super difficult
That's
task.
an 8. That's an 8. I didn't do
So
my
you all
push-ups
see
this
as
morning.
Tara just in a fit of Nim-like rage, just but
Dusk holds
Far
out the
less.
cigarette.
nothing happens with the blade.
Is it an unlit cigarette?
Yeah, they haven't used it. They've just been holding on to it.
Okay. Tara puts it, kind of holds it for a second and puts it in the pouch with pen,
All of a sudden, there's
Horde
just
of
a tiny
cigarette butts.
waft of like dragon smoke coming out. And, like, smoke break.
That's at the DM's discretion. If Pen is a
Fine.
chain smoker or not.
Alvin casts Mage Hand and sees if he can use Mage Hand to activate the trigger mechanism on the next one up.
5 pounds of pressure, right?
Let me see. I think it's 5. It can carry up to 10 pounds. You can't activate magic items or carry more than 10 pounds.
I'm gonna say yes. So, yes, the magical hand, apparates and then presses down on the lever. And are you gonna hold it there?
Yeah, I'll keep it held there.
So it swings up to the top and then swings back down and then stays at the bottom.
And it's only 3 feet, right? So if Tara locks her fingers and holds them like cheerleader style, can Dusk kind of use them as a step?
Tara being a cheerleader makes a lot more sense after this episode.
She's
All
on the
right.
bottom of the pyramid for sure.
Okay, yeah. All right, so.
You ever see the movie, But I'm a Cheerleader?
So I'm going to
No.
call that an athletics check for Tara to get Dusk over.
Okay. Because
about
this went
your-
super well last time.
I've heard
That's a
you being a
15.
Yep, so Dusk is hoisted over with no issues.
No me.
Tara's still on the opposite side of the blade.
Yeah, well, Tara's gonna have to
Dusk
hop
will
over
step
it herself again.
onto the pressure plate to make room for Tara.
Yep.
Making sure they hold their tail closely and away from the blade.
Make an athletics check, Tara.
15 again.
Okay, you find a little loose brick that you're able to grab and get enough of a hoist of yourself to get on the other side, and then as you reach the other side, that brick gets pulled out of the wall. So you're
Alvin
all
moves.
between these two immobile blades. One is being held by the mage hand on the near side.
Okay.
Well, here we are again.
What? We're on the opposite side now, right?
You're right here.
Mhm.
Oh,
You're
I
where
thought
your
the one.
you're where your tokens are standing.
Oh, okay. I thought we
You've
already
only passed
crossed
one.
Oh, I thought the mace was still on that one.
Yeah, the mace is on the first one, but that you still had to climb over it.
Mhm.
Okay, so what did we just do with the one that was activated by Mage Hand? It's just still
So
there.
that's the one that's resting. The first two are both resting on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're both resting at the bottom position. It's still 3.5 about feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I was one behind. I thought I thought I was already over that one and they were too. Okay.
You were until the combat.
Yeah.
I thought just then. Well, we can try that again. If you're feeling up to it, Tara.
Tara does a scoop and toss of
Okay.
Alvin. Alvin, you're the easiest one. You don't even have to ask.
Yep. That's easy enough. I'm not gonna make you roll for that. Alvin just gets hucked over to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What are we doing?
Okay.
Are we gonna repeat this process? Because I'll make this a one athletics check here, and then we can just get you all across.
I think it's a safe bet.
We want to use this method.
I think Tara's reliable.
Roll athletics at advantage.
Okay. That's only a 10.
Okay, that's fine. It's not very high.
Thankfully, it was an advantage. It would have been a nat 1.
Woo-hoo-hoo! That's how the story ends, folks.
I'm
Tara-
sorry.
Alvin suddenly sees
Fish
the
kebabs,
other
everybody.
two sliced in half and it's just like, ah! And now I can't get back over. It's trapped there forever. He becomes the new
Yep.
resident ghost.
F.
The new resident
All right.
ghost.
So you make your way back across, and you see some piles of rubble along the wall. You see some remains before the two staircases that lead up to the. You see the lizard-like statue figure with the weapon, and then you see the draconic heads and what appears like a devil's head along the wall in the two coffins. One of them has the. It's like a dais. What do you call that?
Yes.
where it's like carved into boss relief. It's like a boss relief of the on the coffin. There's one of a human woman and then one of a reptilian creature on the other coffin.
Is there still a glow to the dragon's heads? I think we saw that in the dream.
No, there is not. It appears like normal stonework. However, you can make a closer check if you'd like. We're gonna move closer.
Dusk will stand at the bottom of the stairs.
What do you think? I could go take a peek.
Dusk reaches over and pats Alvin and is going to give you one more guidance. So one more D4 to
Okay.
an ability check.
Alvin is going to check for traps as he goes.
Okay. As you ascend the stairs. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
And
Tara's
then-
following
investigation.
close behind him.
What do I roll for that, Jake?
Investigation.
Investigation. Is that with guidance as well?
Yep.
So that is a +4.
Okay.
Whoops.
What'd you
Oops,
get?
Crap. Sorry, I screwed that up. I rolled way too many dice.
Add them all.
That is a 20.
Okay. So as you are mounting the steps, you notice along the ground, right at the very top of the steps, is a small pressure plate.
Not again. Ah.
It's easy enough to step over, though.
So, Alvin, because he really wants to use this ability, and because the floor I'm taking it is stone, is going to cast. Well, it won't be this ability, but it'll cast. Whoops, let me clear that. Is going to cast Mold Earth, which will make it'll be like. Basically going to spell like danger on the stone right where the pressure plate is.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. It's easy enough. The inscription is made.
So that everybody can clearly see it.
Yeah.
All right. Assuming no one purposefully steps on the pressure plate, you all make
Correct.
your way up.
Dusk reaches their lantern. No, I'm kidding. No, don't move Dusk up there. I said they were staying at the bottom of the stairs.
And as you step up and you hear muffled from within one of the coffins.
Is it the one?
Oh, hello. What? It is about time that you reach me.
Is it the coffin of the humanoid woman or the?
Yes. I'm just gonna keep my hands here because I'm doing this voice now.
Hello, Paita. How are you doing?
Well, I am doing you know I'm not going to lie to you. I usually am very much better, but you know, circumstances have me in here instead of doing things that I enjoy. So I'm so glad you could make it, and it is very, very good that you are here now. I was thinking that perhaps we could make good on this deal because now you have I have done you this favor. Now you are on material plane, right?
Yes, in fact, but give us one moment. Tara needs a huddle with the rest of the party.
Oh, it does not matter if you have huddled or not. I can still hear you.
It is purely for cosmetic purposes.
Oh, okay. I shall be right here.
We'll be right with you, oh Captain, my Captain.
Tara turns her back to the coffin and kind of extending an arm kind of down the steps, like towards
Doesn't
Dusk.
move. They're just leaning on their lantern, staring.
Tara is assuming Paita cannot get themselves out of the coffin. Yes, because they would have already if this was the case. We agree? Okay. So, should we ask Paita if we can have more information on what is beyond the mirrors first? I don't want to go back there before we potentially take care of them, because going through all of those traps again seems like a lot. But in the case this is about to be a fight, Paita, please do not make this a fight. Getting information beforehand would probably be best.
I agree. I think it would do us well to ask our dear friend over there just a little bit of information before we let him out.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Paita, before we ask you for this information, how exactly would letting you out work? You did not give us very many details.
Oh, yeah, that is because it is very, very complicated. But I have simple steps for you to complete this task, actually. You know, so the coffin, don't actually touch it, because you will probably die, unless you follow these steps. So the coffin is warded, with, great magic. So if you touch it or try to open the lid, you will probably activate, you see these dragon heads here, right? Unless you like breathing in, poison gas. I would not touch the coffin lid because you will get a big old basket of poison gas right in your lungs, and that's not very good for you. So
yes, we already did that once today. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, you found the little green dragon baby, huh? It is not very friendly. I found.
Yeah, we killed it. Continue.
No, that is very resourceful of you. So the other thing that I was wanting to talk to you about was so you know I am a very accomplished captain of a ship, right? So it just so happens the place you are going down the hole of mirrors, right? That is to my ship.
Is it being guarded by anything at the moment? Like, is there water beyond the door? Or is this like a ship in a bottle situation?
I do not think that even if I explain that you will really understand because it is not a normal ship. But if you all right, so I am very, very embarrassed about what has happened, but you know, I did get captured by, you know, the cult because they are trying to have this presence in the city, right? And getting rid of me was allowing them to, you know, have this presence in the city, right? They left something
the cult
very.
Who put you there?
What was that?
It's the cult who put you there?
Yes. That is right, yes.
What were you doing before that they didn't like?
I was sailing on the astral sea. You know, minding my own business, actually.
I'm sure.
Sometimes I visit the city because that is what I'm asked to do, but you know, it's you know, I don't ask you about all of your private business, do I?
Of course not. But you didn't answer one of our other questions. Is it being guarded?
Oh, yeah, yes. On the ship, I think normally they leave something to guard it. I know the password to open the door, but you know, on the other side is probably something very dangerous. And if it is what I think it is, you can actually use the remains of what you find to open this coffin, and that would be very helpful to me, and then you would have a friend for life. Don't you want to be friends with me?
I'd like to be friends with everyone. Could you be more specific about what that thing is?
Well, it is. Well, don't panic, okay? If I tell you, I just want you not to panic.
Is it the mother?
What?
Is it the mother of the dragon?
No.
Don't act so arrogant about it. It's a perfectly reasonable question.
Well, no, all right. The Dream Eater is in the forest, you know. it just kind of leaves this presence here, trying to establish a little foothold here. But it's not here, no. But on the other side, it is probably one of them aberrations that it sometimes uses to guard things.
Do you know what kind?
The one with a lot of eyeballs.
Ah, great.
But it's probably just a little one, so it's probably fine, I think. But just to let you know, because I really want to be your friend, I have definitely locked the exit here, so you can't leave the temple until you free me.
I love them so much.
All right, Paita. Sure, absolutely. You lock the exit. We are effectively trapped. The 3-meter summer's here. Nothing else. Okay.
Right. It's for your own safety. You don't want to go back out there anyway. I saw that you let those other people out there, and now they're fucked.
What?
Those people that you let out.
What is happening to them? How do you know what is happening outside? If you are in there, how do you...
How do you think that I know how to speak to you in dreams? I go around places,
If you're so knowledgeable about all this, and if we're going to be fighting something coming up, would you happen to know if it would be safe enough for us to take a handful of hours to catch our breath if we board ourselves up in a room?
Cheek.
Well, I wouldn't say that this is the safest place. It's actually one of the most dangerous places in the city, because this is the ruins of one of the shrines for Chiagaitat, so it's a place of power for the cult, so there's always a lot of dangerous things in here. So I'm going to say that probably pretty dangerous, but if you want to, I'm not going to stop you. I'm just going to be disappointed if you get eaten.
Well, friend, I'm asking because if you want us to do this for you, we need to be at our best. If you locked the door, did you lock people out as well?
Yes, but you saw there's a lot of holes in the ground. I can't lock those.
Yes, I understand. Would you be willing to tell us what we might be able to expect if we were to try and rest?
Well, I will say this. The Drain Eater uses the ethereal plane a lot with their minions. And, it's very unlikely that a traditional, watch or whatever would be able to stop whatever's coming for you if you were going to hang around for a while. But, you could roll the dice.
You said that there was powerful things in here. Is there anything in here that maybe we could find before we encounter this, thingamajiggy aberration of a thingy?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of very special, powerful, magical items in this coffin that you can't reach right now. But maybe later you can have them.
Well, that doesn't do us much help now, unless you can, somehow transport them out, but okay.
Who is in the other coffin, Paita?
I don't think that is a very appropriate conversation for right now. But maybe we can talk about it later.
Forgive me for trying to get answers before we pass away. Would you be able to shut off the trap to our right? Because Tanner's not going to lie to you, Paita. It was extremely irritating to have to do it twice. To do it a third time, much less a fourth time, would be... Tanner would not want to come back to this room. Just telling you right now like it is. You appreciate honesty, yes?
Well, well, if I tell you yes, then I'm just a liar. I would really want to tell you yes, though. I think you will be fine. Maybe.
Is there anything more helpful you might be able to provide? Because again, you are trying to get our help.
Oh, yes. Let me. I will tell you the password so you can enter this place. That is helpful to you, right? Oh,
Great.
and also keep in mind, your deepest and most terrifying nightmares are often rooted within the reflection of yourself. So just keep that in mind when you walk down this mirror hallway. You know, there's some things to keep in mind. All right, so the password for the door to get where you want to go.
Jacob, I don't want to fight myself today, sir. What the fuck?
That's all right. I have explosive powder and a trap to explode the mirrors.
The password is actually quite simple. It's bienvenue dans notre nid douillet.
Do I recognize that? Is it in Abyssal?
Yeah, it is. It's welcome to our cozy nest.
Oh.
In French.
Yep. Again, you guys usually can't hear my spells when I do remember to actually say them because I whisper them, but they're in French.
Yeah.
Oh. It's a shocker I didn't get that from all of the Frenchificator stuff I did today on Twitter. Wow. All right, Paita. Well, I guess we are doing this. You do not happen to have any spare healing potions lying around, do you? I know that is a big ask, but we are kind of screwed.
There is a lot of healing potions in this coffin, but you can't reach them, so...
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm actually lying. I'm just kidding, but you know, good luck. And oh yeah, remember the parts of the aberration. You know, you mix them with a little bit of something, and you find in my captain's quarters. It's labeled in a grain bottle. If you mix the eyeballs with these things and the grain bottle, then that will, you just splash it on this coffin, and it will dispel this this trap, and then I can leave.
Just to be safe, there's only one green bottle. Yes, there's not going to be like two green bottles that are different shapes that we have to choose between.
Well, it depends on how good you are at recognizing green, because there's lime and emerald, and I'm just kidding. Yes, it's only one green bottle.
Tara looks down at herself like, I've never recognized green in my life.
Tara has red-green color blindness. Forgets what kind of Genasi.
It's the kind where she doesn't see green, she just sees like red as green or green as red. So there's two reds in her rainbow.
Amazing. Go ahead.
All right, gang, are we leaving? Dusk, you look like absolute hell. I mean that in the nicest way possible. Can we help you at all before we leave? Or are you just going to go as is?
I mean, I think I'm kind of screwed anyways, but you know what?
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. We almost screwed earlier, you know, YOLO. So, let's let's just try to get out of this trap for the third time, and then look forward to the fourth time if we live.
As
Okay.
As we are making our way back, what does Dusk know about these eyeball aberrations? Wink.
Roll a nature check.
Can it be survival?
No.
But she asked so nicely. Hey, sorry.
It's okay. Natural 20 for 21?
Wow.
Okay, so you would recognize what Paita is describing as someone from or something from the Beholder family.
Yes. With a natural 20, can you provide any useful information that I can provide my teammates?
This is the witches all over again.
The thing that most likely Paita is describing is sometimes utilized as basically a guard dog. And they'll be summoned and then used and controlled by wizards for that purpose. And they are smaller cousins of the larger, more dominant beholder family, otherwise known as a spectator. And they have 4 different eyes, which each have different types of mind rays that it can use to confuse, paralyze, frighten, or wound. And also, because you rolled a natural 20, I don't understand where these natural 20s for nature are coming in for you, but getting slod flashbacks. You know that the beholder family of creatures, of aberrations, have the ability to reflect spells.
All right, cool.
You don't quite remember the circumstance, but you know that it's possible.
So, as we are making our way back over the traps and through the woods, Jessica's going to relay all of this information to their team.
Athletics check, Tara. Let's do it.
Oh God.
At advantage.
Dusk, you might want to grab your mace on our way back out. That's a 24.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. You all make your way across.
Taking my
And-
mace on the way back.
Okay. All right.
Terry, you want to hold on to my shield? I think you're getting more use out of it. My hands are usually full during combat, so I can't use it.
Sure. Why not?
So you've made your way back into the main entrance hall? What are you all doing?
Hobbling regretfully towards the mirrors.
Do you want me to try to blow them up again? I did that in a dream.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Elvin, how do you plan on doing this? Are you going to like
Well, remember
estimate where the middle of the hallway is and put it there?
well, if anybody has rope, I'm gonna like head down and like if y'all want to tie it to me. And when we went in that first thing with our first mission for the company, there was like some explosive traps and some explosive powder. And I'm going to leave one of the explosive traps and then create a fuse back and light it on fire and then send it up to explode the mirrors, if that'll work. Like a
That is
fuse and then an explosive, and then see if we can shatter the mirrors.
That is a top-notch plan.
Because I was so excited to find explosive stuff when we were on our first mission. It was like right up my alley because things go boom.
Yeah.
Are you gonna use that plan you had earlier of being invisible to do this?
I unfortunately no longer have that ability.
Oh God.
So I guess I'll just find out what my worst nightmare is.
Oh no.
Well,
Or-
well.
You can blindfold me and just tell me to go forward, and I'll just, well, that's going to make it
Oh,
hard.
the
to
look on the
stop
DM's
fire.
face.
Alvin, just look at the ground the whole time.
Blindfolded explosive charges. Nothing can go wrong.
Terra has 50 feet of rope for your disposal. Do you think that will be enough?
I guess looking down, I guess it'll have to do if y'all want me to try this.
I think it would be worth it. They're going to reach over and pat Alvin. I'm going to give you vigilant blessings so that you have advantage on
On
Initiative.
initiative. Thank you. My God. And also guidance. So you have a D4 to add.
Alvin's like partially terrified and partially super excited.
Oh.
Excited and scared.
And after Tara wraps a rope and cinches it around his little gnome waist, he's going to try to make his way down the hall looking forward in his pouch, having pulled out the little canister of explosive powder and the trap. And he's like, well, if this doesn't work, nice knowing you.
You're a brave soul, Alvin.
That's what
Oh,
they always
buddy.
say.
All
Brave.
right, so as soon as Alvin steps after the blindfold is applied. And
Oh,
Alvin,
I don't. Do y'all want me blindfolded or?
No, I think you were gonna look at the
I'm just
floor,
gonna
right?
look on the floor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Is it magic based?
Yes.
Okay. Means I have advantage, and I rolled a natural 20 for 23.
Oh, so you
Oh.
feel as soon as you step in between the hallways, you feel like a whispering in your ear, and it's like kind of like a ghastly like right in your ear as you step along, and you feel tempted to look at your reflection, but you resist the urge. And Terra and Dusk, you see as Alvin walks along, you see Alvin as a walking corpse, and then in 10 feet, a dwarf, and then an elf, and then a human, and then a goblin, a half dragon after another 10 feet, and then Alvin reaches the end of the hallway, and his reflection is that of a child.
Okay. Well, here goes nothing. And Alvin's gonna put the trap down and then try to create a line of explosive powder back to the others.
Okay. Let's call that. Let's say it's like your lock picking. Let's use just your proficiency and then artificer's kit, so you can roll. I'm not sure what to do.
Like
this
a
as.
dex save and then add my
I feel
or
like-
dex roll and then add my proficiency or something, or
I feel like Alvin's in his element right now. This could be performance. Like, he's-
Go ahead and do.
please no. Don't do it.
Pick whatever one you're best at and do that one.
Go ahead and do. Let's do just a straight intelligence roll and then add your proficiency.
That is a 25.
Wow.
All right, so
More
Alvin, with no problems at all, seems to remember the entire path and where to place him, and gets back to where you all are.
Okay. Well,
Take a good step back.
Yes, let us hide behind this this wall over here.
Alvin looks and is like, okay, and uses his flint kit to strike and start the flame to see if it goes crawling towards the explosive device in the middle of the hall mirrors.
And the flame follows the charge rope prepared, and with a great
back.
the entire line of mirrors along the hallway all shatter, and then there's a cloud of glass dust that billows out before everything settles down.
That was awesome.
Tara gives Alvin a pat on the back that almost knocks him over. That was very well planned, my friend.
I hope that worked.
Regardless, it looked great.
It was cool.
Good job, Muscles.
All right. Tara can take back her rope, right?
It's burned.
Oh, shoot. He used it to. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take that out of my inventory then. All right,
I need to
everybody.
take the explosives out of my inventory as well. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What's the party doing now?
Tara peeks around the corner to look at the aftermath. What is it looking like?
So all the mirrors have been shattered, and there's just stonework behind where the mirrors were. And there's a door at the far end of the hall.
All right. Does everybody have what they need to do some fighting again?
I guess Dusk has relayed the magic might not work too well against this thingamajig.
It can reflect spells, but I don't know what the circumstances are. It might not be all the time.
Okay. Alvin, hearing that for the first time, I think, whoosh, pulls out a dagger and goes, and then is like, well, okay, I guess we'll find out.
Muscles really pulling out the big guns, huh?
Oh. Alrighty. Are we headed in then?
I was gonna head to the door and listen on the other side and check for traps.
Okay.
I
roll
guess
an
if we make
investigation.
down the house, so
Yeah.
that is a 22.
Okay, it does not appear as
Carrying
though.
the fucking team.
Yeah.
As always.
It does not appear as though it is trapped in any way. However, you can hear and feel a faint glow and hum from behind the door.
There's something back there. I could try to ritually to see if it's something magic barrier or something if you want, but there's some kind of glow.
On the door? I mean, we know that it needs a password to get through.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, shall we?
I guess that would definitely show up too. So I guess we can.
Dusk, you're the one who could understand it, right? You know what we need to say.
Yep, Dusk will head forward.
Are you trying to remember what it was?
Bienvenue.
I don't remember it in French, but welcome to our cozy nest.
So as Dusk says the words, the door slams open, and beyond you see a purplish texture that is flowing like water and appears like a portal, similar to what you've seen before within Pinky's mansion, but a different color. This one is purple.
And it's just black everywhere else.
It's a circular portal beyond the doorway, and it encompasses the entire doorway.
Oh.
Well,
Alrighty, team. I guess all or nothing. We all hold hands and go through at once.
you really like holding hands, don't you?
Listen, Tara is a little bit touch-starved, but that is a conversation for another day. Tara puts one foot in the portal and reaches out her hand for whoever's coming next.
Alvin, and then reaches back. And it gets lifted in the air.
God, we're so cute.
So as you step through the portal, I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yay. Another nat 20.
A nat 20 for me, too.
18 and an 18 for Alvin.
You step through the portal, and you're immediately confronted by the odd energy that emanates in the area. As you step and land, place your feet upon the wooden deck of a ship that is floating through the cosmos of a purplish black energy with starlight. And behind the ship, as the ship sails through, behind you is a great sea of reddish energy that flows back, like it's parting the astral plane and creating a sea of blood. On the other end of the ship, you see a floating, five-eyed aberration that turns its eyes to you, and I need you all to roll initiative.
Don't forget, Alvin, you have advantage.
Oh, yay! Oh, thank God. Well, not really.
Oh, I should have given that to Oh, that probably wouldn't have made a difference. That's fine.
Okay,
Nope.
so what did Dusk get?
Everything's moving so fast. 16.
I regret all of my life decisions. Alvin, what'd you get?
20.
20.
Yeah, since I had advantage.
And then Tara?
Well, the universe giveth and it taketh away. From nat 20 to nat 1, so it's a 3.
Oh shit!
Let's have a round of applause for your fighter, everyone.
All right, let's take a moment to enjoy the ambience. Alvin, what are you doing?
Is there anywhere to take cover with somebody my size?
You see in front of you the wheel, which normally the captain would be standing behind, and you might be able to get partial cover behind that. Between you and the floating eye at the far end or the bow of the ship.
Alvin is going to move behind that to take cover.
Mm-hmm.
And then is going to... God, I don't have any spells left.
Oh, Alvin.
And some of them reflect. Alvin is going to use one spell, and that leaves him with one, to cast Mage Armor to try to stay alive.
That's a good choice.
And so he pulls out like a cured piece of leather, and you hear him speak to himself, and you just hear Armadura. And he casts Mage Armor as he takes cover behind there as well, and that raises his armor class.
Okay.
So squishy people just hide and let Tara handle this.
Oh, God.
Okay. All right. And is that your turn, Alvin?
That is Alvin's turn, because he was scared if he cast something, he might kill himself right away, right off the bat.
Dusk, it is currently your turn. What are you doing?
Dusk is going to hold up their crystal ball, and they're going to mutter, "Sweet ma lumiere son," and they're going to activate their Twilight Sanctuary. So, at the end of everybody's turn, I can grant you either temporary HP, or I can take away one effect, being charmed or frightened. So, that's a thing, and I'm going to grant myself some temporary HP, if you don't mind.
Oh, I don't mind at all.
Thanks.
Do we have to be within 30 feet for that?
You do have to be within 30 feet.
Okay.
I think Dusk is going to take a small step back, and that is going to be their turn.
Okay.
It's 9 HP. Whoops, 10 HP.
Okay. The aberration slowly rotates and then fixes its single eye upon you, Tara, and then you see one of the stalks come over, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. This is fine. This is good.
You got this.
We love this. That's a 17.
Okay, that's good. You will take,
Sweaty.
as you feel the eye upon you, you resist the effects for the most part, but you still take 9 necrotic damage as you feel your body wither away under the gaze of this creature. And it floats away from the ship, but still circling the ship.
Mm. Okay, and this thing, it just like shot a ray at me.
Yes, you
Okay.
felt the effects. You didn't see anything.
Interesting.
Tara.
Okay.
It is currently your turn. What would you like to do?
Can I have Tara move to the edge of the ship? That's still within 30 feet of Dusk. Yes.
Yep. 20.
yep.
Okay.
You're 20.
All right. Cool. Tara's gonna shoot her crossbow at this thing,
Okay.
aiming for the eye that just hit her.
Okay. Sure.
She thinks it's, I don't know, it's probably the one that looks like it's working extra hard. And that's an 18 to hit.
Okay, that definitely hits.
Okay. Oh god, that's only 3 damage. Wow.
Okay.
Every little
You see
counts.
the aberration shudder a little bit, but still looks relatively unwounded.
Mhm.
You also get
Cute.
4 temporary HP.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Okay.
All right, that ends my turn.
All right. Alvin, currently your turn. What are you doing?
Alvin is like, well, I guess there's only one way to find out. And is like, fuego. And it's going to try to cast a firebolt and see if it reflects it or not. That's a 15 to hit.
Your firebolt zooms across the astral plane and connects with the side of the aberration, and you see its scales and its leathery flesh start to burn. For how much damage?
1 point of damage.
Yes. Yes. Just a little sin.
And then he's like, it worked. And then
Alvin.
Tries to continue to take cover.
You also get 6 temporary HP.
All right.
Dusk, currently your turn. What are you doing?
Well, Tara and Alvin are killing it. That's
You're doing great, sweetie.
That's my 1,000 eyes.
Dusk is also going to pull out their crossbow. They're going to sigh, and they're going to attempt to shoot it.
Okay. What's the range on that?
That's a great question. I never use ranged weapons.
Mhm.
80?
Okay, you're good.
Okay. Oh, a nat 20 for 25?
What? Okay.
what?
All right.
Can I take out one of the eyes?
You'll do. Okay, just roll the damage. We'll see.
Oh man, I never know how to read these. 8, I think, total.
+4.
Plus 4, oh, 12. Damn, okay.
Yeah.
8.
23. Okay, so the crossbow bolt, as though guided by the wandering mother herself, zips across and pierces one of the eyes on the aberration, and it flops down uselessly.
Sharpshooter!
They mutter a quick prayer in Abyssal and end their turn.
Okay, so now the aberration is going to float a little closer. And you see the blood from behind the ship start to splash and churn as this aberration moves closer. It turns 2 of its eye stalks over to one to Alvin and one to Tara. I need Tara to make a wisdom saving throw, and I need Alvin to make a constitution saving throw.
Buddy, why you gotta do me like this?
Alvin has a natural 20 for 22.
Okay. All right.
16 for Tara.
Okay. So, Tara, you feel the effects of your muscles locking up and becoming immobile for a moment before you're able to muscle through it and break free. And Alvin, you staring at the eye a little bit too long, you feel a little bit of panic into your brain before you get it under control. And then otherwise, nothing else happens. Tara, it's currently your turn. What would you like to do?
Tara's just gonna shoot this thing with her crossbow again. Because
Okay.
it's a little bit far away still, but that's fine.
Jump
God.
overboard!
That's only a 6.
Your crossbow bolt flies out, and then apparently it was too heavy because it just went right into the blood sea.
That's fun. All right. Well, that's it. That's
You can
it for
also
me.
replace your old temporary HP with 9 if you would prefer more temporary HP.
Yeah, that'd be
Alvin,
it.
your turn. What would you like to do?
Alvin's going to like duck back up, having seen that hideous eye, and just shudder for a second, and then just like, well, one more time, fuego! And a firebolt, and that's a 23 to hit.
Oh, that definitely hits. Wow. Okay.
And
So
it does 10 points of fire damage.
okay, so you see as Alvin pops up from behind the pilot's wheel, and you see the flame spring out from his hand like a flamethrower, and it shoots out, blasts the side of the aberration, and knocks it off course a little bit from the force of the fire.
And then with that, Alvin's going to again take cover if he like maybe moves a little bit further away, but still trying to take cover behind the wheel.
Dusk, currently your turn. What would you like to do?
First of all, Alvin, you can replace your, I believe, 6 temporary HP with 7 if you would like.
I will definitely take that. Well, thank you.
Every little bit counts. Second of all, Dusk is going to try and shoot this thing again.
Okay.
Sharpshooter.
23 to hit.
Dang. All right. So getting them where it counts.
That one for the damage, so 4 total piercing
Okay.
damage.
All right. So you see your crossbow bolt stick into the side, and this thing starts to wobble where it's floating. All right. Would you like to do anything else?
Oops, that's my measuring thing. Take a step this way. I think that's going to be their turn.
Okay. All right. So you see the aberration float a little bit closer and fix its eye stalk onto you, Tara. First with 1, and then the second, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw and a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god. All right. Well, this thing really doesn't like me very much. For the con save, that's a 23.
Good. It's good.
And for the wisdom save, it's probably gonna be a lot worse. That's a nat 20.
All right. So you
roll next, so it's probably not gonna be great for my.
You feel a little bit of fear as your body starts to melt away, and you can feel your body atrophy from within, and you take 10 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And this creature is going to start to float away from the ship to get a little further back, and that is its turn. Tara, currently your turn. What would you like to do?
Tara has to shoot at this thing again, because it's not going to get close enough for her to do anything else to it. Oh, here it comes. That's a 21.
We're just rolling them super high. Okay, all right. Roll your damage.
And then that's 9 damage. That's almost full damage too.
Okay. Well, how do you kill that aberration?
What? Tara kind of, with her eyes wide, like staring at her crossbow that it actually hit the thing, is just gonna like, or that she saved, is gonna put some extra power behind, really just like yank the heck out of this, the crossbow, like pull on the trigger harder than she's ever pulled on anything in her entire life. And there's a little bit of recoil.
Okay. All right. So the crossbow bolt zips out and then chunks the aberration, and it basically just twitches a little bit and then just starts to float back lifelessly away from the ship.
Is it floating on the sea or is it sinking? Because I have 2 questions. One, Alvin immediately is going to cast Mage Hand and is 30 feet from it to see if Mage Hand can get it. And if not, he's at the ship wheel, so he's going to turn it to see if he can get it back. Because that was what he was going to do with his next action anyway, was going to try to hit it with the ship.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Captain Alvin!
I'm the captain now!
So you reach out with your mage hand, and it's just within reach to stop it from floating away. Okay. And you're gonna like guide it back in as it's floating there?
Yeah, I try to pull it back.
Okay. All right. After a couple of minutes, you get the corpse back over to the ship, and it smells terrible.
It has been a noxious day.
Indeed.
I guess. Well, should we get the eyes? And he pulls out his utility knife and.
All right. Make if you guys, are we doing that as a group?
Do y'all want to do
Yes.
that, or how do y'all? What? Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get the eyes and put it in the green.
Is anybody
one.
really good at like dissecting?
I'm pretty good.
I had a feeling all those cleric things, and
I mean-
Alvin will assist.
I was gonna say, how big is this thing? Can Tara be like stabilizing the body so it doesn't roll?
It's like a giant beach ball, so
Okay.
like it takes you full arm, like you got to do the full reach.
I think that Alvin is volunteering to be Dusk nurse's assistant as they carry out this operation, and he just defers to Dusk and says, "The patient's all yours, doctor."
Oh my god.
Dusk pulls out their knife.
Okay. Roll a survival check.
Oh, survival? Damn. Okay,
Or
sorry.
medicine will work too.
Damn.
So-
All right. Well, survival is better. I rolled both. But I rolled a nat 20 on medicine for a
Okay,
24.
you're good.
Oh my
So
god.
you, Dusk, I don't know where all these nat 20s are coming from, but
Boundaries,
Dusk,
My
like,
ass, apparently.
just like a just a very cultured chef, and you just see the different side of Dusk now as they just like carve and scoop, and they basically skin this thing within a couple of minutes, and get a collection of eyeballs along with some of the vital organs.
Cool.
And to think all these shenanigans started with the carving of a spider's ass. That's where all the nat 20s are coming from. Spider carcass.
I
Dusk
guess we need
Hand
to,
over the eyes and bucket the rest.
I guess we need to like explore the ship and maybe be careful. But there's supposed to be like a green bottle in like somewhere that we have to mix it.
Indeed. As a master in the color green, Tara will go downstairs in the captain's quarters. Tara's not too great with captains though. So we shall see. Can you guys come with just to make sure nothing crazy is down there?
Alvin at first asked Dusk if they can get a picture of him, a quick painting of him sailing at this mast of the Astral Sea in this like bootleg pirate ship. And Alvin,
Yeah, it'll take me like 2 minutes. Give me just seconds.
Is Alvin shorter than the wheel?
probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Just-
it's like a
just
little
for the-
kid. It's like a little kid, like up here.
Just for the picture, Dusk, Tara is not here. Do not draw Tara into the picture. And Tara like holds Alvin up a little bit and like ducks down.
All right, Alvin. So I'm gonna draw it like you're flying. So we spend 2 minutes on that.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
We
as,
all need mementos.
Tara Dirty Dancing holds Alvin up so he can.
Like a Titanic.
Oof. As we were heading down, Ken.
This is a serious campaign. All right. I'm just kidding. What are you saying, Dusk?
It sure is. It sure is. As we're heading down, can Dusk take a moment to stop and look over at the Astral Sea and try and see if they can decipher what the fuck is going on with the red and the purple?
Oh, okay. Make a history check or religion.
You're so nice. Thank you. 19?
So this reminds you of the Blood Sea bitch, Cool Rain. The goddess of vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like someone Dusk would be familiar with.
Cool. So seems like as in we are rescuing the goddess of vengeance, maybe? Like this is the goddess's ship, or just something that
The implication is that
similar.
you've never seen a sea of blood before, but you know that the Blood Sea is the mythos belonging to Kwa Rain.
okay. God, my handwriting is fucking abysmal. All right.
The language. Wait, that's abyssal. That's...
I mean, it's pretty abyssal too.
Oh, also you would know that she's from Elysium, the plane of Elysium.
Neat. Well, they don't say anything. They'll follow everybody else down.
Okay. So as you all make your way down into the quarters, right beneath the wheel essentially is the captain's quarters, if that's where you're going.
Yes.
Okay. And within you find an assortment of very fine cat toys on long strings. And then
This is a serious campaign, damn it.
Jake.
Come on.
What kind of cat?
And it's very lavish inside, but it's absent of anything really on the bed other than like the furred mattress. Like normally you'd find like sheets and blankets and stuff like that, but that's not there. And they have a desk, and beyond it there's a shelf with some bottles, and of all different colors.
Jake, I think you left something out of the description. So cats don't actually sleep on the bed; they'll sleep on the cardboard box. They never sleep in the bed that you buy them.
Is
Who
there,
said
like,
a cat
some
sleeps in
paper?
here?
Is there some paper on the ground, maybe?
There's a little. You find after you open up a couple of hidden drawers, you find little packages of catnip. No. Anyway,
Alvin's gonna look around for a green bottle, but is also keeping an eye out for any other bottles or any books of interest.
okay. So you find a couple of books along the shelf next to a line of bottles, but it looks like whatever was on the shelves has mostly been taken, with the exception of a few bottles and a couple of books.
Are any of the bottles green?
Yes, one of them is.
Mm.
I can't quite reach this, but I think that's green.
Dusk retrieves the bottle.
He's like, I forget I have mage hand. I picked up that. I can't pick up the bottle. What's wrong with me? Who are you?
Let's mage hand take it from them. They're also looking around the room, specifically to see if maybe there's anything hidden, but also trying to find if there's maybe any other clues about the whole blood sea thing.
Make an investigation check.
I'm good at those.
Can Tara, while Dusk is doing this, just kind of mutter to herself, well, we'll have to make sure that Paita has something from home so that they know where to go after we rescue them, and pick the most, like, well-loved cat toy off of the ceiling to to present.
I think
To
they might
Paita.
kill you if you do that. 19.
You find a couple of daggers hanging from the wall that look different than normal daggers, and they have an insert along the flat of the blade where normally you would find either poison or like it's a poison insert, like you rub the poison along the insert.
Okay, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. They're gonna leave it. They don't want to steal from this person.
Okay.
Are the books anything interesting?
So the books are written in Abyssal.
You want me to translate those?
I was just curious what they said. What the titles were.
What are the titles?
One is Paita's Diary.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. What's the other one?
And the other one
Yes, Jake.
is
He's so on the spot.
roll a d20. Hold on.
It's
All right.
Beholder's Day Off.
Hold on, I have to
It's
remember.
been a while since I've been able to use this chart, so I'm excited.
That's what I was waiting for.
Actually, yeah, it's roll a d20, yeah.
Uh-huh. 1. You did this.
There it is.
You did
So
this.
you find a book that is entitled Bug Barely Fits, and it is a smut novel.
Dusk just
Oh!
raises their brows, puts that one back.
I have another one if we want to add to the collection.
Oh.
They're gonna
Wow.
flip through the diary and see if anything sticks out.
Yeah, it's mostly just Paita
I love my ship.
talking about. Well, I was sailing on the Astral Sea again today, and we got attacked by the Geth once again, and I defeated them because I am so strong. And it's like entries like that over and over.
Okay.
So good. So cute.
So nothing new. Cool. They flip through it, kind of like disappointed that there's nothing secretive in there, and just stick it back.
Okay.
Well,
Are we done?
do we see a return to the other plane from the
I mean,
from the ship,
should we do the potion first, real
or
quick?
just become pirates and take it?
Oh God. Alvin,
Dusk
this
is genuinely considering this for a moment.
You two, no, this is not good news, okay? This isn't what we're going to do.
Oh, come on,
Alvin.
Lieutenant, have some fun.
Tara would suggest that we do the potion stuff up on the deck in case there are any noxious fumes, okay?
That's smart thinking.
Is there a bowl or anything in here that we can use?
Yes, you find some mixing tools and some alchemical tools that Alvin would be familiar with in order to mix these sort of potions. And
Yeah, I'm happy to try to do that. I've done some of this before, unless somebody else has too. And
Alvin, you're the only one with safety goggles. You should be the one to do this.
takes it upstairs, and it's like, well, I've said this a lot. I think this is going to be a lot in my life. Here goes nothing.
Pat, guidance.
medicine check,
Plus
medicine
D4.
check, add your proficiency, and then add the blessing.
Medicine check.
Mm-hmm.
Add my proficiency and then add the blessing. That is total score 20.
Okay. So you grind down and smush and smash and mix the eyeballs into a grayish goo.
Would you
that
call this a
mixes-
monster mash?
And it
Oh.
mixes into the
I'll leave.
Oh my God.
it mixes into the potion bottle, and you quickly tighten down the cork after that because it starts to bubble.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
excellent. I think it worked. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you.
Now that you all are back on the deck of the ship, you see the portal, which is on this side, silver in color, is still there.
All right, well,
I guess last chance to sail the Astral Sea. And then
both of them look at Tara.
No. All right, I am going through the door. It is up to you two whether or not you follow me.
Alvin smiles and like kind of skipping follows through.
Dusk will trot after them.
Okay. So you all step through the portal. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God.
Oh
Here we go.
Guys! Guys!
This is where we die.
What did you roll?
I'll lead off with an 11.
Oh, okay.
5.
Mm-hmm.
5
Oh.
and
4.
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay. So
I
Alvin,
guess
Together we
I'm
make
part-
a 20.
Now I'm part of the Astral Sea.
Ooh.
Alvin and Dusk, as soon as you step foot back onto the material plane, the disorientation causes you to immediately feel sick and you start puking uncontrollably for a few moments.
Wonderful.
Oh God, I guess I get seasickness. I'm
Uh,
not a sea gnome. I'm a rock gnome.
Oh, maybe it's a good thing we didn't decide to become sea pirates. Fine. It's
all
fine.
right, are
Oh,
you two
This is
okay?
even more noxious smells. Ah.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, let's Let's make our way back through the hallway back to Tiger and Coffin. All right. Tara's ushering the two ahead.
We're gonna skip the skill challenge. We've done it like 3 times.
Thank you.
We're good.
Just for fun, I'm curious.
We just have a couple little cuts here and there.
That's good. You would have been
Yeah.
a 9.
I've already been naked once.
So you return to the coffin, and as soon as you get within earshot, you hear,
Well, hello. Welcome back.
Well, thank you. You're so kind. We got your potion. Looking at Alvin.
Well, pulls it out and says, well, are y'all ready? Should we do this?
I suppose so, Elvin.
Your
And
ship's beautiful,
rip off-
by the way.
he sprinkles the
Oh, thank you.
potion on the coffin lid.
okay, so as you splash the coffin lid,
Taking
it takes
step
a
back.
moment,
Not on the
and
pressure
then
plate.
as the air starts to enter the liquid, it starts to become a noxious fume, and you see a flicker of prismatic energy from the coffin, and then it grows dim for a moment before you hear a and the lid pops a little bit, and you see a furry tiger claw just on the inside of the lip before it pushes the lid out of the way. And standing up from the coffin is a tall 6'5" tiger humanoid with a white mane on the neck and then black stripes and orange fur, tufted ears, wearing a very decorative bluish vest and some dark pants, and kind of that's himself on. Well, that was very kind of you to come all this way to help me out. I really appreciate it. And what did you say that your names were?
Quick question first. Out of character.
Sure.
How do their hands look?
Make a perception check.
Oh my god. A perception check to see the hands that are in front of us.
Asking for a friend. Natural 20, what the fuck? For 24.
As you take a look at their hands, Dusk, you see that the palms are reversed.
That's what I thought. Would Dusk be able to assume, seeing that, knowing that?
What are
they
you
speak,
asking?
What they are?
Dusk knows.
Okay. Well, my name is the Sacred Dusk that is the Lineman of Asylum and Abyss, but please call me Dusk. Pleasure to meet you face to face.
And he flourishes a paw and does a slight bow. It is my pleasure to meet you all.
They call me Alvin, but sometimes they call it Alvin.
That is right. I actually heard some people in the temple yelling your name earlier. That's very true.
Tara steps forward, extending a hand. Lieutenant Tara Slate, pleasure.
The tiger man looks down.
Excuse me.
The tiger man looks down at Tara's extended hand and gives a little smile, and you can see the fangs peeking out, and reaches and twists its arm around to shake your hand, palm to palm, and then withdraws and says, "You're very, very polite. I normally don't see such politeness with the company. That's a good change. It's a breath of fresh air in this dank, very dusty temple. You know, it's very good. I like that."
Well, you have been nice. There is no reason for us to not be kind to you.
Right. So, you didn't steal anything from my ship, right?
Of course not.
No, but You might notice Tara accidentally dislodged one of your cat toys from the ceiling. It is still there. Tara did her best to put it back, but Tara did not have tape handy, so it is on your desk.
Oh. Well, that is probably fine. You know, I actually just put that there as a joke because some people think that I am just a simple cat, but I am very actually complicated and I have a lot of depth.
How do you know the company?
How do I know the company? Well, I live in the city sometimes when I visit, you know. But I was just visiting before I ran into the trouble with the cult here because I found this doorway, right? I found this doorway to this place. And so I linked this place to my ship so I can return whenever I would like to. And then I arrived one time and, you know, who other than, you know, the Dream Eater happened to be here at the time. So it was not good for me. I was just caught unawares, you know.
That is rather unfortunate.
Right.
And then they just trapped you in. Oh, go ahead.
You're good. You're good.
And then they just trapped you in there. Did they trap the other person in the coffin too?
Is what other person you're talking about?
Well, you said there was some other coffin that you would tell us about later.
Oh, is that person that's coffin over there? And he points across the way. Oh, you really don't want to open that coffin, actually.
Would you mind just filling us in? We're a little curious.
It's probably a lich.
Oh.
I just
Dusk
don't
says
advise.
with a little too much interest.
I just don't advise that you open that because do you want to know a secret?
Of course. I do.
Always.
All right, so there are a lot of secrets here in the ruins, right? And sometimes people come here and they try to gain some special powers from the cult or for the cult if they are serving the cult. So that lich over there probably, I would guess, was serving the cult at some point, and you know, put themselves down there, and were hoping that at one point, you know, maybe they would be brought back or, you know, released, and would be working with the cult. So I just as a general rule, I don't release liches. Just as a standard rule, one of the few things that can hurt me. So I don't like that thing, you know?
And do you know about this whole circus? Was this whole circus part of this like dream catcher?
Oh, right. Yes. Yes, probably.
Dream Eater?
I would assume, but you know, the dragons are always trying to get into the city, so it is always like the cat and mouse game, you know. So they are zipping back and forth and doing this thing where they are trying to get in the city using their agents. But yeah, so I think now that I am free, I can do something to stop the dreaming going on, and you know, things go back to normal here, and then I won't be bothered, and that's what I care about. I don't want to be bothered.
Well, Tara does have a quick question, if you do not mind. Were you joking about treasures in casket earlier? Just curious, you know.
What they're there, yeah, but I'm not going to give you. And well, I could give you a couple. Maybe the weaker ones, because I mean, you did me a big favor, but I'm not going to give you, you know, the best stuff. Tara
is not even asking for them. It is more of a knowledge thing. See, Tara's friend here is very magically inclined, and I think he is always looking for more knowledge. Or are you not, Alvin? Do you not want to see, you know, what is out there in ruins and, you know,
I would love to
magic?
I would love just to know what's there so I can understand how it works. And if we can get something, or if we get an option of picking a thing or two, maybe one for each of us, that would be great.
Oh, yeah, fine.
Dusk just chuckles in the background.
I mean, I guess, sure. What do you want?
Not trying to be greedy.
And then you see the the tiger man reach into the coffin and stepping out, and then reach back into the coffin and like pull out a bag, and then kind of like open it, and then like look at you all, and then look back in the bag.
Well,
Well,
one bag. No, I'm kidding. No. Oh.
well, it's a very special bag actually. So, it actually, I was just thinking that it would actually be quite funny if, if this bag was a mimic and you stuck your hand in and then it bit your hand off. But I wouldn't do that to you because you're very good friends of mine. So, but just stick your hand in there and then you're going to roll 1d100 and find out what you get.
Oh, how do we even roll?
Oh boy, oh boy.
It's if on your D&D Beyond sheet in the corner, you can pick D100.
Can you?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Tara rolled
Oh,
a
there it
98.
A 98.
Ooh.
98.
2, baby.
Wow.
2. You both rolled 98.
No. 98, and then
No, 2.
Mirage rolled just 2.
Oh,
So together we make 100.
And Alvin rolled a 75.
We get everything in the bag.
Okay, so I'm gonna regret this.
Yeah?
I'm gonna regret this.
That's-
All right, so
That's the highest
Tara,
I've ever
as
rolled
you
on
stick
the
your
D100
hand
ever.
in and you grasp something and you pull it out, and it is a necklace with some little beads hanging from it, and they are shaped like little flames.
Oh, you are going to regret that so much.
Of course, we're not going to know what this stuff is, right? Like, we have to like figure it out. Okay. Tara,
And the next item, what will we roll it to?
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's less exciting.
That's
Get a
okay.
bottle of water.
So you pull out a large bottle with a reddish liquid inside, and you recognize it as a healing potion, but it's a
I'll take it.
potion of superior healing.
I will fucking take it.
Okay, and what was the last roll?
The last roll was a 75.
You pull out a bag, a small bag, and it's filled with dust.
Ooh, my favorite.
Well, thank you kindly. Very sweet of you to share your...
Do you know what these things are? Could you enlighten us?
Oh, that's yeah, sure. That's right there, Alvin, is a bag of dust of disappearance.
Oh my god.
Don't snort it all in one place. I'll give you.
No.
I'll give you three. I'll give you 3 uses.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we are learning what this stuff is, would you mind explaining the necklace?
Oh, I would be very careful with that one. You might want to keep that probably in a very safe place, because if one of the beads, gets pulled off and then dropped, it actually just erupts in a great ball of fire. You might call it a necklace of fireballs.
What? Are you okay?
Roll 1d6.
Okay. 3.
You have 6 beads attached to that necklace.
Wow.
You have 6 fireballs.
Oh,
And you-
Jake, you're going to
you-
regret that.
And you use athletics to I'm going to say that with these, you need to roll over a 10 on athletics in order to make sure you don't fireball yourself.
Fair.
So use at your own discretion.
You said 6 uses. I have to roll over a 10 using my
Yeah.
athletics modifier. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you can only throw it up to 60 feet, but if you roll under a 10, like...
Got a 40-foot fucking radius, so, like, watch
Yep.
the fuck out. Radius, not diameter.
Yep. And then, what was the last thing? The potion of superiority. Okay, yeah, that's easy enough.
Oh yeah, Dustman is what it is.
Dust and disappearance.
Dusk has already pocketed it.
Okay. All right. Well, that is all for the magic bag of tricks from Paita. And then he puts it back in the coffin and then, like, pulls the lid with one hand and it sets back into place. I hope you have fun with all of your newfound items there. What are you doing here anyway?
We were investigating this place.
Oh, right, because of the strange, weird things that are happening. That makes sense. Okay. Well, it's not really my concern, but I suppose what I can do is, and then he steps over to the demon face and then kind of sticks his paw into the mouth, and you feel a shuddering throughout the walls, and
Gonna kill us all. Damn.
after that, the shrine area grows dim for a moment, and then you hear a groan, and then it's silent. Well, that is, this place is properly desecrated now, so it's, it's fine now.
Well, thanks for that.
I wouldn't come back here on vacation or anything, but the Dream Eater can't use this place like he was before now. So at least there's that.
If we do, you can just invite us on your ship.
That's right. Yeah, I could. So how was the view on my ship? Was it? Did anybody roughed things up on there? My crew's probably dead, huh?
Didn't see anyone.
Oh, that's too
My
bad. I really liked my
apologies.
crew.
I did pretend to drive it, but I didn't really.
Oh, it's very fun to drive, actually. Maybe one day you'll find out. Oh, and another thing, Tara. Actually, now that you're here, I was going to come and talk to you about something, but I'll just see you later about that thing. I don't need to talk to you in front of your friends about that. It might be embarrassing.
Dusk just smiles.
Is this a Jake thing? Like, you don't want to like waste time talking about it, or is this like? I mean, Tara does not have secrets.
Alvin leans over and is like, I can make us disappear now, so it's like we're not here.
Well, if you really want to talk about it, I was just going to let you know that you are now my blood enemy. So I was just letting you know, because the queen wanted to make you the next champion. And normally, how this works is only one of us are allowed to live at any one time. So the next time I see you, I'll probably try to kill you.
Wait, the queen? what are you
Right.
talking?
The the goddess of revenge. I'm her champion. Don't I look? I'm a champion. See?
You do.
Very, very, very respectful and regal looking. That's why I'm the champion.
Just. All right, Jake. Does Tara know about this whole like queen champion thing? Like, is that like a goal of people? Like, if you're, like, you want to be the queen's champion?
Tara doesn't know shit about this.
Okay.
Does Dusk know shit about this?
I'm just.
No.
Okay.
Alvin's too busy staring at the Dustin's disappearance, plotting.
Well, since you're here, honestly, Tara, I kind of like you, so probably I'm not going to try too hard to kill you at first until you start to bother me. So maybe I'll just, like, send some of my weaker minions at you for a while, and then we can chit-chat afterward and, catch up. Maybe play a game or two, and then I'll go away. And then the next time you see my minions, they'll try to kill you, and then afterward we can talk about how I can improve them and just recruit better minions and just move on from there. But
I think that sounds like a lovely plan.
right, I'm just trying. I've been alive so long. It's really just quite boring to just kill people that I'm in line to kill. It's I like to develop relationships over time, and it's actually quite lonely sailing the astral sea and just killing people for vengeance all the time. It's difficult to maintain a long-term relationship when that's your day job.
You kind of run out of vengeance.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a limited supply.
Exactly.
Just curious, did Tara miss like a mailed RSVP to become champion or something?
Oh, you're not the champion. No, I'm the champion. It's just
right.
Quarain has eye on you. That's why I get jealous.
Does Queen of Vengeance have a temple? Because Tara would like to have a word with Queen. Because
no, I'm not going to help you. Dude finds that thing. You think I'm going to help you? I hate you. Well, I don't hate you, but I'm supposed to hate you, and it's just like it's a very complicated situation because I'm going to kill you, but I just want to let it last for a while, because I just I'm sick of not having good people to kill or fun people to kill.
Well,
I like to let it simmer.
Interesting. Just real quick, are you into hugs? Because Tara is just curious,
No, we can hug if you want, but if you try to stab me, I'll kill you.
I will not. No, Dusk, hold my sword, please, if you would not mind.
Sure thing. Kind of like.
That's very nice.
Just one last before you try to kill me for the rest of Everdom, because like you said, you have been alive very long time, probably longer than Tara will ever live. So
okay. Well, that's very nice. I'll think about this hug when I am tearing your heart from your chest later in your life.
Fair enough.
Well,
and Paita opens his arms to hug Tara. Okay, they hug and Paita gives Tara a pat on the back of the head. It's okay, I've killed a lot of people, so you're not the first one. Actually, if you make a good deal with the vineyard, maybe you won't die permanently. By the way, you can't kill me because I'll just come back. So it's if you do win once, then I'll be back.
That is a very good threat. Tara will take take a page out of your book for future threats to make sure they carry that much weight. Thank you.
Yeah. Alvin just tugs on Tara's and just leans like this. Well, if the situation comes up, you better trap him in another one of these things. And then playing, because then if he's just stuck, if they're just stuck, then it's just a trap. And then
Alvin, you're very funny. I'll make sure to kill you last.
Yes, Alvin, thank you for tip. That is excellent. Tara is realizing that she has released lifelong enemy. We don't need to rub it in, but I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Right. So if I ever catch you around Elysium, just to let you know, I'm going to kill you. But otherwise, I guess I'll see you later when you're doing other things. Good job on helping me out, so we can continue to grow this great relationship, Tara.
Mm-hmm. You will try. Yeah. Yep. All right. Tara's just gonna back away slowly and grab her sword from Dusk,
who has just been smiling this entire time.
All right, I'll unlock the door for you. I'll miss you.
When we go outside, will Circus be over?
Probably. I don't know. I've never dispelled consecrated ground before, so probably. I'm going to leave before you figure it out, though. So good luck.
Thanks again for your help. And
You're welcome.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, it was my pleasure. All right, and with that, just out of the corner of your eye, you see the Tiger Man vanish.
Well, trying very hard to be polite.
Awkward.
Okay, what's
Shall
the
we
party
go?
doing?
Tara puts the necklace in the satchel with Pen and gives him a very stern look that if he touches any of the beads, he's dead to her.
I mean, he's probably dead. I think we head back.
Yeah. That
Okay.
sounds good.
Check on the people we left in the room.
And now we have party dust.
All right. So you get back to the barracks room and you find the semi-comatose pair of individuals that you had left there. They're pretty drowsy, but they're functional now.
Let's take a peek outside and then think about escorting them out.
That sounds like a good plan, Dusk. Very good plan. I'm assuming we were meant to go out the same door that we let the cult members out of.
I
Probably.
can't imagine we're supposed to jump down one of these holes, so.
They don't look very inviting. No.
Oh, well, maybe.
Dusty's gonna go peek out the door.
Okay. So the door opens easily enough, and as you open the door, you see through the portal through the doorway, which also doubles as a portal, but through the doorway you see an abandoned amphitheater and a clear sky above. Nothing unusual to be seen except the fact that there's no one there.
Nobody at all. No bodies, no nothing.
Nothing.
Oh,
Well,
Nim.
I guess the circus left town.
Well, let's help these fellas out of here and then we can take things step by step.
That's probably the best way to do it.
So we help these fellas out of here.
Okay. So you escort the people back through the amphitheater area, and once they get oriented once again, they come back to their senses and remember where they were a few days prior, and they thank you. They don't have anything to give you, and then they go their way. And you all, I assume, head back to the company.
After scouring the area for our missing friend.
Yeah.
I'd say that. I think we need time to process everything.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So, and that is where we are going to end tonight's episode.
We survived somehow.
Wow. How many combats was that, Jake? Enough.
I think tonight was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough.
It would have been 4, but
We didn't trigger the leak.
yeah. Yeah. Well, no, it was the mirrors. But
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Smart about that.
that's
yeah.
okay.
So,
I'm not. I got to make things go boom.
It was
All
done
right, so-
smartly.
thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you all for sticking with us. The stream is going to be moving to my channel as Chris takes some needed R&R from HP to XP. And you can follow us at twitch.tv/isfriday is Friday. And we'll be relaunching after we cast 1 or 2 new members for this team in the company. And we'll continue their story probably around mid-September.
Woo.
Woo!
Woo.
All right.
All right. Have a good night,
Disappearing
everybody.
party dust. We need it to make more party members appear.
It's a tool that will help us later.
Please take care of yourselves and have a good night.